Oh,
Cake.
okay.
I love cake. We're live, by the way. Cake. Nice chocolate cake.
I love sodomy.
Oh,
Sodomy.
red
Nice
velvet cake.
chocolate sodomy.
It's chocolate, and then when you slice into it, it's all red on the inside. Chocolate velvet, red velvet cake. Nom nom nom. German chocolate with nuts in it.
So yeah, whenever you guys log in,
I'm logged
we
in.
don't I usually have like a whole bunch of stuff where I'm like, okay, we need to talk about this beforehand, reminder of this. No, you guys are in the dungeon. Once you guys log in, I would like you to arrange your tokens how you would like them to be arranged and where you would like the three NPCs to be in relation. But Jessina and Kara are already up in front, so we will be moving tokens in that really annoying way where you guys move them like do one square at a time for dungeon exploration. So keep that in mind.
Everyone, make sure you're conscious of how many good berries you have. So Pantog and Justina each have one. I think you all each have one, but make sure you know that you have it.
Oh, you know what we never did to do, Jake? We never
Oh, yeah.
went through and adjusted my spellcasting stuff for the +1 dagger.
We did because Nick found that there was an item that automatically adjusted all of that. So your spellcasting stats on your spellcasting page are all correct. So if you reference that, it's correct. If you have your spell stuff like on your main page where you have it manually typed, you need to go and update that. But that's all stuff you can do.
Okay, yeah, I need. Sorry, the dog. I need to look at that because yeah, I just have it on the front page where I manually type stuff.
I can run through and check it real quick. It should just be one spot.
Yeah, sorry, it just dawned on me because I just
Yeah.
was looking at my character sheet and I saw the item on it and I went, oh shit.
What's the
No,
name
you did it.
of
You have it good.
the pre-programmed item?
It is called Rod of the Pact Keeper +1.
Oh, Pact Keeper. Okay.
Yeah, I might have updated your sheet for you already because it's already been changed. So
you would have done it because yeah, I didn't.
I must have. Your spell save DC is on the second page, and it says 15, and that 15 is calculated by 8 plus proficiency, which is 2, plus 3, which is charisma. Wait,
15 would be right if he has a +4 charisma.
he has a +3 charisma.
I have a +3 charisma.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I do see Rod of the Pact Keeper +1 on my equipped items.
Let me see what happens when I disable that. Okay, that updated. Why is it 14?
It should be 14. It should be 14. No, 13.
It just updated for me. It says 14.
You only have a 3 charisma?
Yeah, because it's 17. But why he's getting an extra plus? Where's the extra plus coming from?
We'd have to break down the formula, wouldn't we?
Wanda the Pact Keeper works for me. When I equip it, it goes up by 1.
Yeah, okay. The rod made his go up by 1, but it went from 14 to 15. Yeah. But it should be going from 13. How does he have 14 DC?
I don't know how I have 14 DC, but I know 14 is what I've always given you for my spell save.
Yeah, it sounds right. Oh, you're int. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I was looking at charisma because I was thinking you're an enchanter.
Jesus Christ. I was thinking he was a warlock because the Pact Keeper. I'm sorry.
Yes.
The numbers are correct. Numbers are correct.
I thought I remembered him having a +4 because he was smarter than Pantok. That was like the whole joke.
That was what I was thinking.
But
saying that.
It's charisma, and I'm like, oh.
Sorry.
Not used to be wizard. Yep. So when you're doing a spell attack, the +7 is on your second sheet. That's correct. So is the 15, and the only place you have it written manually is on your main page where it says under Toll the Dead. So yeah, your stuff's all correct.
I'll fix that.
The rod worked really well. So yep, you are good.
So you're actually the most effective spellcaster now because you have the highest mod tied with Jessina, and you have that extra +1. A 15 spell save and a +7 attack bonuses is ridiculously good at this level.
I don't even on Toll of the Dead. I don't even have it manually typed in. I just say spell save.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, okay. It's just tied to the slot. That must be why it works.
Target. Well, it says the target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. Oh, but yeah, no, but yes, but it doesn't say what the actual number is. So yeah, I've been going off my special DC, so I guess we're good.
Well, Jacina has an 18 armor class, so she's basically a druid with paladin AC.
Will, are you trying to say something?
Oh, yeah. Have you started up the tabletop thing yet?
Yes. I see that you're offline on Steam. Do you?
That's the problem.
I heard you trying to talk, so I was I was going to look for you, and I saw you're not on there, and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Okay, it should work now. Also, before we start, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, everyone, check your sheets. Make sure you got all your stuff. Make sure you're prepared to go, and you all can discuss when you're ready which way you want to go. But right now, the path looks the same. One of them loops to the right. One of them loops to the left. From your character's perspectives, of course. The door behind you, I assume you guys shut the secret door. When you last saw the ogre, he was munching away happily on his bones. He didn't really seem to care anything about what you were doing, since he believes you're cultists.
Yes, we definitely shut the secret door.
Okay. Good. Where would you like Elmo in your... You don't have to do like a strict marching order, but where would you like him in relation to you guys?
I prefer him in front of me somewhere.
Okay. And what about the goblin?
I guess the goblin can stay behind me.
Okay. And what about Stoner McBlaze? Should he stay with Pantok or somewhere else?
Right next to Pantok.
Okay. And is Pantok staying in the far back behind everyone else?
Yeah, that's cool, because then I've got our rear covered, and I've got my elemental as like a defense in case we need it. And,
okay. And then
so Jacina is gonna let Kara lead, and actually I put Elmo more like here, because we want him out in front, but Jacina is like a de facto tank, so she can melee too as needed.
Yeah, basically. So that looks like good spacing. So we're pretty much going to be doing... It's going to be like step by step. We don't have to go super slow, but like Kara's going to move first. And if Jacina... Like if we do like this, like let's say Kara moves up to here and I'm going to reveal that. If you move Jacina up to here before I'm done revealing, then when I'm done revealing, if there's a dragon on the other side, Jacina's up in front. Okay. So don't move your characters until you're sure you want to move your characters. Because once you move them, that's where they are, and if I call initiative, then that's where they are. Of course, I'll give you a little bit of leniency if it's like following a pattern, like, oh wait, Pantok was all the way back here, I forgot to move him up. Then that's what we have the order for, so we at least remember where everything was relatively.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just talking about area, and where your tokens are is where they are. So like I said, if you move your guy up here, and then before I reveal it, Jacina moves up here, and I reveal it, and there's a dragon over there, Jacina's up in front. You can't go, oh, wait, never mind, I wasn't there.
A dragon!
If there's a dragon up in front of there, then Pantok was right here in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'll be reasonable, but I'm not going to like... You guys are responsible for micromanaging your own tokens and within reason. So, you guys can discuss your strategy, what you want to do, anything specific. But other than that, move your tokens. And if you have anything additional you would like to do while you're moving, such as searching for traps, stealthing, looking, checking, doing anything specific, you're going to have to let me know what you're doing. If you just move a token, then I'm assuming you're walking without stealthing, without specifically checking for traps, etc.
Gotcha. Kara's gonna communicate this. Kara thinks that he should check around these corners right here and here, check if it's safe, and come back and communicate. Holy shit, communication skills. That's something I don't have. But Kara's gonna sneak while doing so and check the floor and walls for any sort of suspicious like creases or whatever. Just anything just anything that may look like, hey, this is a obvious red flag for a trap.
All right. So, yeah, I should have been. I was being a little bit kind of sounding like a dick on purpose.
Yeah.
If
Oh, I
if
talked to
there's
them before the game. I said, just so you know, this is a Gygax mission, so
Yeah.
Jake's cutting us some slack, but at least say I check for traps.
if like those traps that you guys walked by before, every single person who got hit by a trap had a chance to miss the trap. In fact, at the very beginning, one of you stepped over the trap. You didn't see it, but you stepped over it. So you are getting rolls and checks and stuff, even if you aren't asking for them. But if you're specifically more cautious or want to investigate things more closely, you can say that. So if you say, I'm checking the walls and floor for traps, you're probably still just going to get the same perception check you would have anyway. But if you specify, I'm checking this specific wall, I'll go, yeah.
But move 1 square at a time, because there might be individually trapped squares, and if you avoid that square, yeah, checking for you can't necessarily just say I check everything for traps. So move 1 square at a time, and we need to like follow your path. Because there's in Gygax dungeons, there's little T squares over the spots that are literally traps, and you might be able to check for them, but literally, like, yeah. So 1 square at a time.
I will assume that you guys are following in footsteps, but yeah, Kara will be the main one who needs to choose where to go. So yeah, so go ahead and move up, and I'll reveal as it becomes in view of you.
Kara says, hey guys, make sure to be quiet. It doesn't look very quiet.
I'm not erasing just yet. Where you see from that part, it's a wall that curves to the left. You can kind of see it right here. But until you get closer to that corner, I won't reveal it yet. But yeah, it dead ends and curves this way.
Looks like it curves to the left here, guys. So
Jacina says, I'm gonna try to stay back a little bit, Kara, and follow you, but if you want me to move up to your position stealthily, just do a whistle.
Gotcha.
Whistle might not be the best thing to do in like quiet dungeon halls, but
maybe more like a hand gesture, or
yeah, like a tap or like a snap or something like that. I'm not gonna nitpick it that much. I'm just saying if you're whistling loudly in quiet halls, that would probably carry a little bit louder than.
Then if I can't see you, just gesture with a double tap against like the wall or something.
Pulls out a gun. No, not that kind of double.
Go for it.
All right, Kara is gonna move along this wall here to this square.
It looks like it continues down for another 20 or 30 feet and then curves to the left.
Fucking. Okay. Tap, tap.
Okay, Jacina motions for the rest of the party to move up.
Sorry, wrong token. And you're responsible for moving your elemental.
Yep.
Silly little guy. Stoner McBlaze it. What a silly little fella.
Yeah, not
30 more
yet.
days.
Sigh, it's always 30 more days.
That's a 30 more days for me too. Anyways. Kara's gonna switch to this wall and stealthily moves up to here. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Curves. It looks like it's like a snaky shape. So it curves again. Actually, you can see a little bit further this time because of the sharp corner. Let me see how that turns.
Earlier, I was going to make a joke about how the curve was natural, but now not so much.
Curves, and then you can see there's a wall at the end, right here.
What? You know, that's actually a very inefficient design.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Kara's gonna. Kara's gonna move up a little bit more before before notifying anybody of if it's safe or not, because Kara wants to know if this is some sort of dead end. Nope. Mm-mm.
You see this hallway opens up and continues much longer than any of the previous hallways and opens into a large room at the end of the corridor. Quick question, just to make sure that everyone's vision is appropriate. I'm assuming everyone has 60 feet of dark vision.
Yeah.
Is Elmo
It's not Elmo.
currently? Not Elmo. Is Elmo currently carrying the hooded lantern with the light on?
Yes. As we descended into the dark hallway, we told him to go ahead and turn his lantern on if he doesn't already.
Okay, so anyone within 60 feet of Elmo can see bright light, as can Elmo for 30 and then 60 feet. Everyone else sees dim light in the darkness, and Elmo cannot see at all. So, Kara, you're currently seeing in dim light, is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha.
For 60
I
feet,
have
so
really got to
actually,
fix my token one of these days. God damn it.
She's drunk. She's drunk, so it's appropriate.
Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna claim that that's how it's intended.
Pantok says, whispers to Toddy and says, keep an eye on Stoner and the Goblin for a second. And he's going to walk up to Jacina, and he's going to touch her and cast invisibility.
Ooh.
So that
Fun.
is -3 spell points, so he goes from 14 to 11.
But did Jacina consent to having a spell casted on her?
Jacina always consents to everything.
Get
What the
rid of
fuck?
that.
Now
It is gonna get freaky later.
Jacina's
No!
Jacina is now invisible for 1 hour as long as Pantok retains concentration. And I'm not noting down that he's concentrating on invisibility. I think I'll remember. And Jacina,
yeah, and I'm noting down that she's invisible, so.
Jacina is going to silently as possible, sneak around this corner.
Okay. Let's go ahead, especially since you are kind of splitting up just a little bit now. Both of you
Just
can
a
go ahead
little
and roll
bit.
a stealth check.
Oh,
I-
fuck yeah, I love stealth checks.
I don't think invisibility gives any advantage or anything. It basically just lets you make a stealth check.
Yeah, the
So-
stealth is basically the Oh no! Ah, fuck.
Oh,
Jacina's making noise
story
with
of
her feet.
Undertale. Let's go!
You're kind of shuffling along a little bit.
She's a 7.
Kara's silent though.
What did
7,
Kara
okay.
get?
So 7 and 8. 19 plus modifiers.
Okay, Jacina's aware that she's making a little bit of noise, so she's not going to go too far
19
forward.
plus 8. Silly. It's like literally 27. My god.
All right.
Anyways. Kara has no idea that you guys. What are you doing? That Jacina's become invisible.
Jacina's invisible, but she's
You-
going to come
you-
shuffling up.
You hear, and you see little dust clouds getting kicked up behind you.
Kara is fucking jump scared and goes, guys, is that you?
Jacina whispers, "It's me, Jess."
What the fuck? You didn't tell me you were gonna go invisible. I didn't even know you could go invisible. That's just something you could do. Anyways,
It's Pantok's spell. It was a quick decision.
okay, well, up ahead seems to open up into an actual room. So, I'll keep going.
Yeah, because I feel like
God.
I'm not being super
Oops.
quiet.
The temptation for minor illusion here is so high.
Holy shit.
One moment, allow me to rearrange these maps.
Oh,
real quick.
god damn it.
You're covering up the Chinese food balloon and all the OC
Yeah.
drawings. This is so sad. Chinese food balloon?
Is that enough space? No, hold on.
Feel bad for that poor balloon.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh, there must be a
yeah.
wall there, but nope.
Nope.
Nope, haha.
What we don't know is there's 600 more of these.
Oh,
Blank
Jesus
sheets.
Christ. Yeah, exactly. Like this, we thought this was the dungeon. That was literally a one room in the dungeon.
XD.
All right, now let me see if I can line this up here. If I got it right, this shouldn't screw anything up.
I feel like I should close my eyes.
Oh fuck.
Oh. Oh god.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
kind of
think-
did screw things up.
No, that's correct. I
Okay.
think no, this is correct. I think if I'll line it up a little bit more once you get in the room and you can kind of see these corners, but right now these are blind spots. But you do see 3 hallways, and the one in the center at least has a door in it. Technically, you probably can't see the other 2, but there's 3 hallways.
Do you see Kara's path? Kara is checking for traps. Ooh, I
Alright.
know I should say it more fancily, like Kara make sure he's not stepping on any pressure plates and checks the walls for any sort of glimmer that doesn't look like quite like a cobweb and more like a tripwire.
Yeah, and
Shit like that.
in older edition, one sec, I gotta make sure I get the right mouse buttons. It would be there's actually an item called 10-foot pole, which actually
Oh?
exists in 5th edition too, but no one uses it. And you
What?
actually use that to tap the ground to check for pressure plates. So you are
That's funny.
Or to
not even
deal with Yay
exaggerating.
family.
yeah, 10-foot pole. That's where the expression wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole comes from. I don't know if that's true, probably not.
It probably is the expression first and then D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, the expression has been around for a very long time.
That's probably
Yeah.
why they made it 10 feet specifically, because it's like,
Yeah,
oh.
And they're probably like, and it just happens to exactly match up with the length of our squares. That's so great that happened. Otherwise, they'd have to be like, whatever
Yeah.
the expression is.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't touch
basically
that with a 12-foot pole, 6-foot squares.
the 10-foot is basically saying you can touch a square in any direction around you, not within your own square. But you don't have to use a 10-foot pole. Although if you did, you might be able to more easily detect traps.
Haha.
It looks like there is a 4th hallway, but you can only just barely see the entrance of it from where you are.
Oh,
Make a perception check to check you are checking for traps.
yes.
Alright.
17.
Give me one moment.
Uno momento. Oh dear. That was homophobic. That was also homophobic. What are you doing? Ooh, I'm so scared.
I'm just
I am scared.
I'm rolling because I'm trying to see if I can just hit R and it's gonna really randomize it. Because I feel like sometimes it doesn't, but maybe it does. I don't know. It seems pretty random.
All right. With your roll of 14 plus modifiers, what was the total?
17.
So you don't hear or see anything that would be any sort of danger or anything like that. However, from this hallway, because it is pitch black in here, you can see the very faint orange glimmer of some sort of light coming out of this room. It's just a very hint. It was a very dim light, but it's kind of just flickering light that you can see out to about here, and then it just kind of dies off.
Is
You
it
can't-
like more like
actually-
a glow? Is it like a glow or like several flickering lights?
It's like make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh dear.
It's
Ooh,
like
nice.
a dark orange smolder, kind of like you would see from a flame or some sort of something burning.
Kara turns. Jacina, are you there? I can't see you if you are.
Justina scuffles forward. You see the dust kicking up.
Oh, well. Okay. Ahead there is a room with 3 hallways and a 4th hallway but from that fourth hallway, I cannot see. But I can see some sort of flickering light, like from a torch or some sort of fire or a lantern, mayhaps.
Do you want me to check out the room since I'm invisible, or do you want to check it out since you're more stealthy?
I think I got this, but I was just letting you know.
Okay, thanks. I'll make sure the party's moved up. And she's gonna sneak back and say, "Hey, Pantok,
Alright.
let's move up a little bit." And Pantok calls back, "Toddy, bring Krell and what's his name? Elmo."
Elmo?
Yeah.
I love being overly cautious.
Sometimes pays off.
Kara. Sorry. Kara tries to see if he can get a better look from this angle.
Look,
Right.
Krell's drunk too.
What are you saying? They're drunk? I don't see. Are they like bouncing or something?
Falling over.
Oh, falling over.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll go to
try
set her
and-
down, and it'll just fall over, and then I'll do it again, and it'll fall over again, and it's not doing it now because, of course, not.
Damn. That's
So-
crazy.
You get a little bit of a better view. You can see that it looks like it's a hallway that opens up into some kind of chamber, and there is definitely a light radiating from in here. Some sort of flame light. It's flickering and dancing as it casts shadows and sparks along the walls.
Fun. Kara keeps sneaking along the wall, trying not to get his own shadow to appear, and peeks around this corner to see a better glimpse into the room.
All right, you can just barely see what's right here, which I'm going to try and erase for you now.
Booyah! Booyah! Booyah!
There is a small corridor here that you can't quite see into, and you see what looks like animal furs laying on the ground. There is some sort of brazier here with a flame burning in it, crackling and burning. And
Whoa.
as you peek around the corner, you catch a glimpse of a creature sitting
fuck.
at the campfire, and it's moving around, and it looks in your direction.
Kara,
Just in time for you to peek around the corner with your 19, 20, whatever stealth check. You couldn't quite get a good look at it because otherwise you'd be like in plain view of it, but you can definitely tell there's some sort of monstrous creature there.
Shit, okay. Kara, sneaks back along the wall and notifies, okay, so sign of life has been detected, my friends. There is some sort of monstrous creature in the flame lit room around a campfire and some sort of animal skin rug. I only saw one, but there could very well be more than one in there, so I advise we take caution.
Would you like me? I can only do it once effectively, but Jacina can spend 10 minutes casting augury. 11 minutes. And if she does, she can ask the gods if it would be a good or bad idea for us to introduce ourselves to the creature.
Wait, is this a once per long rest thing?
Kind of. I can do it again, but I have a chance to get a random result. But the first time I do it, it's going to be for sure. So if I ask Wheel or Woe, we introduce ourselves to this creature. And Woe would mean it's hostile and it attacks us. Wheel would be that it's safe. And that would at least let us know if it's danger. Or we could just assume it's danger and check another hallway. Or we could just carefully sneak past and try one of these doors. Or I could do Wheel or Woe on the doors, but I don't think that's specific enough that we'd find something. Georgia.
Be right back 1 second while you guys decide.
Okay, Georgia is looking at my laptop screen. She sees the little hands moving around. She's trying to like paw at them. She's like, "What is that?"
Oh, what a rat.
She is a rat. So, what do you think? I'm just looking for something I can do. So that's something I could do. It does count as casting a spell, so my invisibility would pop. So
Ah,
I don't think it's
shit.
worth it.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
just my
So
that's my 2 copper.
do you want to just sneak past and just try one of the rooms then?
You know, I'm not super opposed to that. However, if we do any room, I think we should do this one because if a black, sorry, if the creature isn't able to see past this certain point, we could pretty easily, hopefully, sneak like, hold on, from wall to wall and get to this door.
The only thing is that Elmo is going to be showing light, so we can all sneak through the dark almost invisibly, but Elmo has a lantern, so something might notice us when he goes. But we could have him hang back in this hallway while we check the doors.
Yes, I think that'll be fine. As long as we're just checking and not going in.
Okay.
What do you say? I think that would be good.
What do you think, Toddy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Toddy?
So let's have
He said,
Elmo.
"Yeah, sure."
Let's
Oh,
have Elmo and Krell. Oh, sorry, I meant Krell. And Krell and Stoner, because he's going to be light as well, because he's fire. Let's have him stay there, and then the rest of us sneak over to the door, but start with Kara.
just a second. Okay. Kara sneaks along the wall.
And you've already made your stealth check. I'm not going to make you re-roll it, since you're currently kind of like going back and forth and exploring. The others, as they go across, will have to though. If they move as a group, you can kind of like have Elmo in the middle of you without the light turned on. If he wants to put the lantern out, you can probably block Stoner McBlaze it, and you would all make a group stealth check. As long as half of you succeed, you would successfully move across. But Kara does move across successfully.
Awesome.
Let's split the party until we see what that room is, and then we can decide if we want him to extinguish the lamp and move forward. So,
is Elmo where he is right now? Because if so, then the lantern is like lighting up this whole room.
Oh,
yeah, that's.
Okay.
It goes out 60 feet.
Okay.
I was gonna comment on that, but I thought you guys knew it, and I was like, well, then I guess they know what they're doing.
If he's around this corner, it won't peek into this room. Otherwise, it'll have an angle of dim light.
Okay.
So yeah, he's good right there.
Goblins have dark vision, right?
He says, "Yep, I can see in the dark just fine."
Okay, so we're gonna leave him there. That way, we can motion to him if he should get Elmo.
Okay.
And we tell Elmo that if we motion for him to come forward, for him to extinguish the lamp, and just stay close to Krell. And okay, Jacina is going to sneak along the wall, and she's actually going to check the wall for traps, secret doors, torch sconces, or anything of interest as she's sneaking.
Okay. Are you like moving slowly and taking a long time to check the wall, or are you just sneaking across and
pretty
just like generally checking it?
Pretty slowly, but not like taking several minutes.
Okay. So you can make a perception check to check the wall. Are you doing individual stealth rolls to go across then?
Yes.
Okay. So just make a stealth check.
Stealth is first.
And you can stealth first and then perception.
God damn it. 9.
Okay.
And then here's the perception. Hold on. That's like 16, I think. 16.
All right. You're checking along the wall. You don't see anything or feel anything. This room is very nondescript. It's just kind of empty with stains and debris on the floor. As you walk past this point and you kind of peek into this room, you're being very perceptive. You do see some sort of beast-like creature in there, and it seems to take notice of the noise that you're making and look out, but it doesn't see anything there since you're invisible, and it kind of mumbles to another creature, but then sits back down. So it definitely noticed you, decided to ignore it because it didn't see anything, but that definitely could have been dangerous. You sense.
Okay, Justina is going to motion to Pantok not to come across, and Toddy not
Invisibly?
to come across yet. Oh shit!
I just cut out real bad for like 20,
Invisible.
30 seconds.
Oh, she has no way to
I
communicate
typed
with
Biggie bed and then it went silent.
Justina snuck across and failed a stealth check, but she saw the gnolls looking at the noise she was making,
Oh,
but they didn't see her.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not that. It's a gnoll. You could tell. You're a nature person. You got a good glimpse of it when it looked at you. I'm not even gonna make you roll a nature check. It's a dog like.
Yeah, it was a 16. Okay, so she saw that, but she has no way to communicate it to Pantok without alerting them. So Pantok, following the plan, is going to say he is going to tell Toddy though, don't sneak across until we make sure that I make it across safely, and I'm going to try to get a peek in that room and see if I can notice anything. So wait for my signal to see if you come across. And then Pantok's gonna follow the wall and join up with Justina right here.
All right, make a stealth check.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
This is important. Okay, so I have a +3 stealth. 15.
Oh, that's not bad.
I will ask you with a roll of 15 before I check any perceptions. Would you like to use any hero points on this check?
What's the hero point do again?
Add 1d6 to your roll, I believe. Let me double check.
I'm leaning towards no. What do you guys think?
Ew.
15 feels pretty good. But they might have rolled a really high perception.
I think you'll be fine.
It's add what?
Add a 1d6.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I think you'll be fine.
I don't think you should trust anything from me.
I'm gonna go ahead and use one because I haven't used one this entire game, and so that way I'll remember that they exist if I use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this d6.
All right, go ahead and mark one off. And you got a 16 total stealth. You successfully sneak across, and you get a peek at the creatures, but you don't really see any of their faces since you're kind of moving quickly. Otherwise, if you dawdle too long, where you can see them, then they can see you. You do see them, and they don't seem to take any notice of you.
But Pantok doesn't know what they are, right?
Correct.
He's gonna whisper to Justina very quietly, like at the Kingdom Hall when this Circuit Overseer is on the stage, and he's gonna say, he's gonna ask if she could tell what they are, and she's gonna reply gnolls, and now he is going to motion to Toddy to not come across yet, and just
his response is going to be like, he's like, what do you mean you don't know what they are? You're a nature person.
Oh yeah, gnolls.
Sorry.
Why do you keep saying no?
Do you know what they are? No. Okay, I guess I am going to try to sneak across. This is going to go really bad.
Pantok,
I think Pantok was saying not to. He's doing
motion for you to not sneak across.
I misunderstood. Okay, sorry.
Just hold there for a minute. Let's see what's through this door. But let's be rolling around the back of our mind how we're going to deal with these gnolls.
Probably a good thing I never joined the military, because I would have been I would have been under deployment for all of 6 minutes before I get my entire whatever they're called killed.
If any of us join the military, America would be speaking Chinese right now, and it's like, but how could one person simply enrolling? They weren't even deployed overseas. Yeah, well,
Butterfly effect. Really rolled a lot of ones.
Well, we found a flash drive on the ground, and we plugged it into our work computer to see what was on it. So next thing you know,
As one does, obviously.
yeah, of course. You ever take that test at work and it's like, what do you do if you find a USB drive? Do you plug it into your computer and see what's on it? And then you're like, yes. And then it's like, oh, American Airlines is overtaken by a malware hostage virus, blah, blah, blah. I did that every time.
My favorite is at my work, you only had to take that test once a year, or if you accidentally clicked on fake phishing emails, you had to take it multiple times. And there were people who'd be like, man, I hate having to take all these stupid security courses. It's so annoying to just have to skip through all the videos and not pay any attention to them. And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason they're making you take those 10 times in a year.
Oh, at my job, I failed one of those phishing emails one time and had to do the thing, and I was so mad that I got really, really careful, and I've never got caught by one, but I flag them as phishing because if I do and it is a test, it says congratulations, you passed the test. And also, although I've been kind of dragging my feet, so I'm not really moving forward, I'm supposed to be taking over that email. So like we had like one meeting on it, so we're not like moving forward, so someone else is managing it. But yeah, I'm totally gonna be the guy that sends out those emails, and I'm like, all right.
By the way, the proper answer of what to do with the USB drive is to go around the office until you find somebody who left their computer unlocked and plugged it into their computer to check.
Exactly. Oh my god, I
have actually done before.
Oh, that's awesome, especially with your boss.
Back when I worked at NCI, I found a USB drive like twice, and I waited until somebody else was logged in to check it. It just turned out to be somebody else's USB drive up there, but hey, it didn't trace back to me if it hadn't have been.
My coworker and I work in the office one day a year, and we were working in the office together, and I was sitting there, and then I got up, like, momentarily. I don't even think it was for the bathroom. I think I went to ask someone something or whatever, and then I went and sat back down, and he had sent a message to our lead developer and said, "No, you're wrong." And then the developer replied back and said, "Okay, Nick, enlighten me." And I was like, "Oh, Jesus God."
Oh my God.
So I had to tell him, I'm like, that was so-and-so. He was just screwing with me. He was playing a prank. And
oh no, you don't admit that. You go, oops, I sent this to the wrong person. Sorry. Because then they know you left your computer unlocked. Oh, jeez.
Hey, he's a contractor, so it doesn't really matter.
The best thing to do is to go into their email and set a timed email to their boss for like 2 hours from now that says, "I quit, fuck you." I've done that before. Our boss was like, didn't believe it. He didn't fall for it. He's like, "James, why did you send me an email that says I quit, fuck you?" And he's like, "What?" And he's looking around the office, and then he's looking at me. And I'm like, just because I've done shit like that to you 30 times in the past, I don't know.
Oh my God, George is chasing after these cursors. I moved one really fast towards her, and she moved her nose toward it and was like sniffing at it. She thinks they're flying out of the computer screen. She's trying to chase them.
Oh my God.
It's so cute.
That's awesome.
Okay,
but
sorry.
Yes, you set it to a timer so it'll send like when they're at their desk or when you're not right there. That's why you set it for like a 2-hour delay to send that.
Or script a VBA action that the next time they click send on any email, that it spams out fuck all you N-words to every executive in the company.
No, that's Tater's future job. That's what he's gonna do.
Anyway, okay, Kara, you check the door very quietly.
Sorry.
You wanna know what I should be checking the door for?
Everything.
Oh crap! What if you don't have lockpicks?
Trapped. Is it trapped? I'm
over there.
Hinges. I want to look at the doorknob. I want to like fiddle around with it and test it. Just testing the waters of the door.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, fun. I love perception. Oh fuck.
Not trapped.
She licked the computer screen when you rolled the dice.
It was cursed by her.
Yep.
Anyways, Kara is like, yeah, this seems alright. But seriously, what the fuck?
You don't notice any obvious. There's nothing super obvious about it. That you can tell.
Kara is fully convinced it's safe and opens the door quietly.
You try to
Carefully.
open the door. You pull the handle. It's like one of those little rickety handle things, and you push it, and it doesn't budge. It doesn't feel like it's locked. It just feels like it's stuck.
It's stuck.
It
It's
is stuck.
stuck. What is there something like behind the door? Is the handle stuck?
The door. There's nothing. There's nothing that seems like it is being stopped. It just feels like it's wedged in the doorway. Probably from age and swelling.
This fucking door is stuck. Kara murmurs to Pantok and Justina, which are both behind him. This fucking door is stuck.
Justina would like to contemplate her knowledge of nature. How do ogres feel about gnolls?
Make a nature check.
That's a really good question.
Gnolls
That
who
is
don't.
a good question.
Gnolls who. I was almost a 20. Gnolls who don't wear robes or do the hand sign. 11.
In nature, they're not normally known to be two sorts of creatures who work together. But in a setting like this, it would not be completely unreasonable for them to both be under the control of the same entity.
Okay. So.
Hey, we found this prisoner for you.
It is usually not a common tactic to try and pit two different enemies in a dungeon against each other. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but generally that's not without other information regarding that. It's generally not just a common thing you would do.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's possible. It's not a terrible idea, but you think it'd probably be more likely for you to go back to the ogre and for him to be like, yeah, what do you mean, Knowles? It's like, hey, there's some guys in the other room. Like, yeah, aren't you? Don't you know them?
I was picturing that we are dragging Knowles back to feed it to him, but maybe I've got the wrong idea.
Yeah. I mean, like that's what I say. Like, an ogre would not necessarily be opposed to chomping on a gnoll,
but he's not going to just attack them if he sees them and they're not doing the hand sign.
Right.
Okay. Guys, I really feel like we need to clear out these gnolls. I really feel like we don't want to just be trying to continue to sneak past them. Like, I think we should just try to get the drop on them and just bust them up. I think we're not discovered, so we could totally use this opportunity to set up especially where we are right now. Pantok and Justina could set up an ambush. Especially if we use like bait or something.
Sure. Like, okay, I did want to just get past these guys, but maybe dealing with them is probably the better course of action here.
So I know Toddy's got Caustic Brew. Justina's got her Guiding Bolt. She's got her Flame Blade. She has Entangle, which is an area of effect. Pantok has Magic Missile and Sleep. And then we've got the Fire Elemental.
You said Entangle was AoE.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it does. 5e Entangle. Okay, so it creates a 20-foot square, and any creature in the area does a strength saving throw or is restrained by entangling plants. And it can use its action to make a strength check against the same save to try to free itself. So it might get grasped right away, and once it's grasped, then it has to use an action to free itself.
What happens if those vines catch on fire?
whatever. Nothing unless the DM decides.
but all these gnolls are right next to a campfire, less I saw, which for Kara's knowledge, there's only one. There could possibly be more, but I don't think you guys communicated to Kara that there is more.
I don't think
Then
we're
one.
gonna get any cool environmental bonuses from that. But
Using
environmental bonuses are cool.
using general information and knowledge, you think it probably wouldn't be out of the question for a patch of entanglement to burn like oil, but you don't think that a natural fire would necessarily light it on fire. It would more be likely to just burn away the patch that was above it.
Oh.
I'm not going
Really
to
wish
tell
I
you
had the
exactly
grease
how it would
spot.
work, but if it would be, yeah, like grease. Like if you cast grease, I would
God.
probably say you could light the grease on fire, even though I don't like that. It's stupid. Entangle, it's going to be more like in real life. If you had a patch of dry brush, it's going to go crisp, 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 and disappear, and then the rest of it will be untouched.
Makes
After you
sense.
say grease is terrible, you don't like it. That is like my entire strategy when I'm playing what you would call it.
Yeah, that's because it's on
Alright.
Baldur's Gate, so I'm like, eh.
God, I
So-
use it all the time.
yeah, but like the entangling vines don't say that they can be destroyed by fire, so
Yeah.
you probably can't set them on fire.
Fair enough.
Our Pantok got a pretty good stealth check, and Jacina's invisible. So if someone else lured them out and they didn't see them right away, would they have a pretty good chance to get ambush attacks?
So the way that surprise attacks work, or surprise round essentially works, is if a creature is aware that there is a threat, then they're not surprised. So any creatures who
I was
are
just thinking about advantage on the attack roll.
you would get advantage if you're an unseen attacker. So if you were like hiding around this corner and had an attack prepared, when one of them oh sorry, I'm pointing at the wrong place. Wrong map. I have a reference map. If you were like hiding around this corner, then when one of them walked around the corner, you get to bap it, and I would give you advantage because you were unseen at the moment that it walked into your range. But not just like everyone's first attacks. But yeah, I mean, if you guys can find a way to hide out of view where you all get an attack on it before it gets a chance to see you, then yes, you would get advantage on that attack.
Okay.
But then it would still be continue. Then you would continue in the initiative.
Okay.
That would be the surprise round. But if it was aware of a threat and it came out guns a-blazing, you would still roll initiative and it would still have its turn. So if you don't get a chance to ready an attack before that happens, we could probably make it work. Yes, you could hide behind a corner and get ready to bap it when it comes out, but we would be in initiative by that point.
What if Tada uses minor illusion to make a noise that sounds like a rabbit squeaking to lure them out, and then let's say Stoner McBlaze is hiding like right here, and
Doesn't Stoner McBlaze like have a light aura around him?
God damn it!
Hey, I think
Maybe
Kara
I
can get
could-
close enough to be the one
Yeah.
to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to like lead Elmo to the other side here in the dark, and then I make the noise type thing over here?
Elmo could follow the wall.
Yeah.
He'd have to put out his lamp, and then for the duration of the battle, he could probably see them here, since they're at the edge of the light, but the room is dark, so he'd be fighting without a lamp on.
Yeah. I don't think that's probably the best thing. But Toddy's idea, Toddy doing like some sort of squeaking or of sort,
Okay.
that would be cool.
So why don't we have Kara here and ready to backstab them as soon as they run by, because he has a pretty good stealth, so he would essentially be invisible right here.
Or
And then Toddy makes uses a minor illusion to make a noise out here that sounds like they want to investigate, like an animal squeaking. And
I'm
then you can, yeah.
Suddenly getting flashbacks to when we slaughtered that entire cave full of goblins or whatever who turned out to not be bad guys because we just we just kept killing them before they had a chance to. I'm just saying there's an ogre here too, and I'm just getting that vibe, but I'm
No,
cool with it.
I do not think there's such thing as good gnolls. So if we're gonna kill anything, that's probably something we should kill. If they're coming out of this funnel,
I'm okay with it. I'm just saying I'm getting flashbacks.
You could ready
Major deja vu.
You could stand like here or here or here, like somewhere that they can't see you yet right now, and ready an action to blast them with like caustic brew or something as soon as they come out too.
Yeah, I don't know how the readying the action works well enough. I'd have to ready the action to move and then cast it.
You would move into position, and then you would expend the spell slot and say, as soon as I see a gnoll, I want to hit it with this spell. And then that would trigger immediately before the initiative round. So you'd basically get like an extra attack.
But like if I'm over here, I can only do it like in a line like this. I can't like if like three of them come pouring out. I can't like hit them like that.
Yeah, I mean you'd have to work that out with your. That was just a suggestion. I think.
No, it's not a bad idea. I'm just trying to think about.
I think probably would be better.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just for that kind of plan, I think the way to execute that would be your readied spell could just be like a cantrip, and then on your first turn in combat, you'd hope they're all lined up in a row. Then you move into position and blast them. But for your initial round, I don't think you're going to be getting off a caustic brew in the first round of combat.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, technically leveled spells, you technically lose the spell slot if you don't cast them in one round. I'd be lenient on that, but it's not going to work either way. So.
Yeah, okay. It's probably not. Yeah, I think cantrip's probably better. So just get within vision so you can see the tunnel, and then we have Stoner and Elmo come rushing out into battle.
Quick side note on Stoner. I don't think I gave him any ability that says anything about light, but I would be more likely to give him the Magman ability rather than the Fire Elemental. Fire Elemental is always lit up for 60 feet. Magman is you can use a bonus action to ignite or extinguish 10 feet of bright light, 10 feet of dim light. He is not actually lit up at all. I would say he's just very, very hot rock, and not like or hot mass. He's like a mass of think of like plasma, but not actually lit up. I don't know.
Oh, like hydrogen fire.
Yeah. He's so hot. He's hot. He's solid. You can put something on him. He's solid, but anything flammable will light on fire. But it will still stay on him, and he doesn't emit light unless he chooses to.
Did you see the meme about scientists at NASA having to wave brooms in front of them?
Yes.
Okay, what about...
that's awesome. Just people walking around NASA waving brooms and stuff every now and again. Boop. Turn lights on fire.
What about Elmo? Do we just have him stay here, and then when the battle begins... Yeah, let's do that. Let's tell Elmo.
Hooded lantern, as an action, you can lower the hood to reduce the light to a 5-foot radius of dim light.
Okay.
So he wouldn't have really any vision, but he could lower it and then raise it as an action. He wouldn't have to relight it.
Okay, so let's have him lower it, and then that way he can see stuff. George is going nuts after the cursors right now. So with 5 feet of dim light, he can see stuff in melee range. I just don't want him to get disadvantage.
He says if you guys are going into combat, he would prefer. I guess he can't really tell you. He would prefer to have both hands free. So he is going to plan on when combat starts, he will have the lantern open, set it down, and then use his shield and battle axe.
Okay. Okay. And Jacina is going to blast the first one she sees with Guiding Bolt. And Pantok, I guess he'll ready Firebolt. So Pantok...
That is going to be a bad day at work for that first one that walks out.
Yeah, if we kill the first one, there's probably not a bunch. I'm guessing there's like 2 or 3. Okay, Kara, do you want to get into position for a backstab?
Yes.
And Jacina will run up and help melee, so you won't be stuck there early on in battle. And so it'll be Stoner and Elmo and Jacina will be in melee while Toddy and Pantok stand back blasting it, and you can be doing your bow and arrow. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick while you guys get in position.
Epic.
Yeah, as long as you guys don't move past this halfway point, I won't make you roll any stealth checks. But if you're in vision of them, then they have a chance to see you. Same for the bottom side too. But other than that, you can position yourselves however you want.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, so Jacina is going to ready one of her 2 free guiding bolts with Circle of the Stars. Yeah, I think that's what she'll do. And Pantok will ready.
Wait, can I cast Minor Illusion and then ready a cantrip, or
Is Minor Illusion concentration?
No.
Then yes.
I'm checking it to make sure.
nope? It's an action. It's not a concentration.
Yeah, and it lasts for 1
Concentration's a
minute.
duration. Yeah. Yeah, so you would have to cast it and then very quickly get into position and ready it before they respond to it. Because as soon as they respond, we might not necessarily roll initiative right away, but you're gonna be time limited.
Okay, Pantok's gonna ready Firebolt for the first Knoll he sees come out from the hallway, and Jacina is going to ready Guiding Bolt with the same trigger. And I'm gonna move Stoner McBlaze it here.
Kara is gonna. Whoa.
Sorry, this is a bit of a troll. I'm gonna use this as the lantern for the range of it. But this I don't have a
scared me.
lantern.
That really scared me. Kara is gonna prepare a short bow shot for any Knoll that gets beyond this point. Silly.
All right, so let me go ahead and note down what everyone's actions are readied. Let's start with Kara since you were the most recent one. So Kara, you are hiding around this corner and you are preparing to fire on the first enemy that makes themselves ready, available for you with your crossbow.
Yeah.
So
short bow, not crossbow.
Right. Sorry. So if they happen to be here, you'd be fine. If they come across here, though, you'd be within 5 feet of them and have disadvantage. If you step back, you would be safe. Or if you want to use your melee weapon, you're fine either way.
Kara's gonna step back.
Okay, so Kara is a melee attack. Actually, you know what? So how we're gonna do it is as when you guys ambush them, unless they come out like if they come out with their weapons drawn, then there's no surprise round anyway, and you guys didn't have a chance to ready anything. But what's going to happen is if they come out and are surprised because they're just investigating, we roll initiative then and there. You guys all get to go first and take your surprise round, and its round will be skipped. Then we'll proceed. So keep in mind what you want to do, but if your surprise works, you won't need to have a readied action per se. And if it doesn't work, you don't really get readied actions anyway because you already surprised them. But yeah, everyone good with what they're gonna do? You guys have the plan? I know you guys were discussing it, but I'm not memorizing the details.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Okay, so proceed to describe your actions, and I will describe the consequences.
I guess I'm going to do a minor illusion in this area that's going to sound like a wounded animal, like a small wounded animal, or whatever.
Okay, so you make a
And then
sound
I ready
like
Toll the Dead for the first enemy that comes out. Sorry.
No, that's fine. So yeah, you make a sound like a wounded animal, and we haven't rolled initiative yet, and I will describe what happens. And then if combat begins and the creature is surprised, then you guys will get a surprise round, and we won't have to worry about anything being readied. So you're all holding your weapons ready in anticipation for what's going to happen next. If it was already alerted, then we're already in combat, and there's nothing readied because it comes out just as if we were already in combat, just as if you were hiding behind a wall saying, "I'm waiting for him to come by." But
and it was all an exercise in futility. Thank you, Jake.
I mean, it's still good to be in positions, whether or not it's necessarily surprise or not.
but a readied action is kind of like a free attack, isn't it?
You can't ready an action; it's only in combat anyway. But yeah,
Oh.
it's kind of weird. But that's what surprise rounds are for. Readied actions are for when you're in combat and you're waiting for the moment to strike. Surprise round is like when you're trying to like ambush something before they have a chance to notice you.
Okay, then can we just have one of us try to ambush, like either Kara or Jacina, since she's invisible?
I mean, if you surprise whatever creature comes out, we roll initiative. It skips its first round. You all get a full round against it. So it's essentially the same thing. You just don't all simultaneously fire off a barrage of attacks on it as soon as it appears. Essentially, you do, but
with a surprise. Okay, surprise.
Not
round.
outside of initiative. Yeah, it's all within initiative still, but you will still get that happen. Otherwise, if you just had one person do it, it would still be the same thing, a surprise round.
Okay.
With one person.
Okay. So if he does the minor illusion, we're all hiding where we can't be seen, and then after he moves out forward, then one of us attacks. That initiates a surprise round.
He like if there's a creature in there that's coming out, it will continue to move until either it notices a threat and attacks you, or until one of you decides to attack it. So if it comes out here and Toddy is waiting for it to appear and immediately fires on it, it's going to be surprised because it had no idea Toddy was there. Okay. Now we roll initiative. Everyone takes their rounds, which is going to be an attack against him, and he is caught flat-footed, which means he doesn't get to take a round in that round.
Okay, so we do each. So we don't actually have to ready actions and do all that bullshit. We just have to make sure that we attack him as a surprise, and then we all get one surprise round.
You would basically, you want to say if Toddy didn't, if at least one person didn't say, "I'm going to attack the creature as soon as they show their face," then he would have a chance to see you, realize you're a threat, and then he attacks you first. There's no surprise round. So you do still kind of have to say that to initiate combat, your intent to initiate combat, but you don't have to all nitpick exactly what you're going to do. It's still good that you did, but yeah, that's kind of how it's going to work. Sorry, you guys haven't really used strategy like this ever, so I'm kind of having to adjudicate it.
Yeah, and we've never done. I don't think we've ever done one single surprise round.
Strategy in this group, impossible.
What's that?
I don't want to be the person who initiates it though, because my spell is weaker if no damage has been done, and it's not really that strong to begin with. So
Yeah, it really doesn't matter who initiates it. The point is that hostile actions are taken so that initiative begins, and then everyone else can start fighting. Because no
I
one can
prepare
fight
to
when there's not
cast.
initiative.
I'm going to prepare to cast Toll the Dead for after it gets hit. After the first enemy I see that gets hit.
Okay, is anyone going to attack a creature that appears from the doorway? Because if
Yeah,
you're not attacking it as soon as it appears, it's going to immediately see all of you.
Yeah, so Kara should do that.
Okay, so so that doesn't mean your attack's going to go off first, but it means as soon as it comes out, we start the shit. What's the
Surprise
word?
round.
Where but there's a word for like
Ambush?
abstraction. We start the abstraction of combat
Oh yeah.
and start to resolve things in an initiative order. How that will end up looking may not be Kara firing immediately first, but you all know that that's the intent. So
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Toddy makes this noise of a squealing animal, and you hear mumbling voices from within this room, and then silence. And then you hear slow, steady footsteps as a dog-like creature emerges with a battle axe and peers into the room, and it sees a human woman standing at this corner here, and it turns and it sees the kobold and roll initiative.
Okay. Justine.
But hey, we learned something.
Yeah.
20, not natural.
Go ahead and move your tokens on the thing because I have to do the NPCs.
Ooh. Pantok got 20.
This is unrelated to everything, but did I tell you? No, I did tell you that Splatoon updated like literally an hour before our game and added like 3 new maps, like a shitload of weapons, a new fucking boss, and another game mode, and all this cool shit. But
I guess you'll have something to look forward to. That's what always happens to me. It's like something happens and I'm like at work and I'm like sitting at work like, ah.
but here's the thing, right? I'd rather be playing Dungeons and Dragons than immediately going on to Splatoon with all the new weapons, right? Because you wanna know what I did earlier? And everybody was just using those new weapons, and it was total
Yeah,
fucking chaos.
true. Gotta give it time to cool down.
Yeah, like, okay, they added a special from the first game back into the third game that was really, really, really fucking broken in the first game, and it's still broken, and I love it.
They're like, yeah, this is
Beautiful.
fine. We'll bring it back.
Well, okay, they tried to nerf it, but they also gave it some new ability, that makes it just awesome.
Okay, so I think everyone. Did you put your token on the initiative for Kara?
Oh, no, I did not.
All right. So
That's
this
right.
creature appears and it looks at you with hostile intent, but before it has a chance to react, you all get to go. Oh, you both got 20. Nice.
Epic.
So we are still kind of using that turn order initiative thing. So technically, you top 4 all get to go at the same time, but however you want to do it. We kind of narrated it as Kara first. So if you want to do Kara first and then proceed however you guys would like to do it.
Yep. You go first,
And Elmo's
Kara, and then
Elmo's
Pantok,
plan
and then
is
Jess.
Elmo's plan on his first round is to run in, drop the lantern, open the shade, and draw his weapons.
When the canine monster B. When the gnoll turns at Kara, Kara whips an arrow at him, and let's see how that goes. Please don't roll off the edge. No, 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 no! Every time. Please don't roll off the edge again. Oh wow. 25 to hit.
All right, that is hit. Roll damage.
Epic. Woohoo.
Sneak attack.
Yes. So 2d6.
Oh yeah, did you roll that with advantage?
No, I did not, but that I mean, I still
Or you have a chance to crit though, so roll it just in case.
fair enough.
This is a test. Yeah.
A 19 again.
Well, you hit. So did you say? Oh, you can finish the damage now.
Yes.
Did you get a bonus sneak attack die with your level 3rd level up? Or are you still rolling just one?
I think I'm still just rolling 1. Because I would have updated that when I leveled up for sure, but it still says 1d6. Oops, I didn't mean to
You
do
think
that.
so? You think you would have, but if it still says 1d6 and you're level 3, that is not correct.
I get another sneak attack dice?
Yep, 2d6 at level 3. It's every 3rd level.
There's a level chart that you can look at, and at every level it shows you what things get upgraded. So make sure you check that.
Okay, if you send me it, that would be very, very kind of you.
It's just if you Google Wikidot and then the class, it's the very top of the
Oh.
class page. So Rogue Wikidot.
Alright, so we got a 7 and 12. 12 damage total.
Including your modifiers.
Wait. $16 damage total. There we go.
Right. It steps out and it's holding its battle axe just in case, but it's not exactly ready for a fight. And as soon as it turns the corner, it gets a arrow through its fucking neck, and it's like, oh, and it starts
Oh
coughing
my
up blood.
god.
It is still alive, but it's now got an arrow through its neck, and it's very angry.
It is having a very bad day at work.
It is.
Kara goes.
All right, and who's next, or where if you're doing anything else?
Pantok, and he is
Go,
going
Pantok,
to
go.
fire a firebolt. And that's with a +5 to attack. And rolling away. And miss.
You have advantage because you're unseen attacker.
Oh, Pantok has unseen
Yeah,
attacker?
everyone is going to have advantage on this because as soon as it popped around the corner, you all started blasting it.
Haha,
from
another 3.
Rip.
Okay.
Justina, reaction guidance? Does
No.
guidance work on attack roll?
It does not. Absolutely not.
Does it? It
Yeah.
doesn't? Rip.
No. Fireball splashes into the wall next to him. I get enough hits. That's why he has magic missile, so I don't normally use attack rolls.
Fireball splashes into the wall next to it, barely missing it as it grabs its throat and ducks down, choking. All right.
Choke.
Okay, so Justina is next. I'm gonna waste invisibility because I get.
You didn't waste it. You were exploring.
I'm unseen anyway. Okay, fine. So Justina is going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt? Okay.
19.
Hit, roll damage.
Oh, let me roll again in case I get a crit.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Okay, 19, roll damage, and Guiding Bolt is 4d6. I'm gonna get 46. Sorry. Should have had these over here already because I knew that's what I was going to do. Okay. Rolling damage. 19 damage.
Nice.
19. Okay,
Holy
so
Sixes.
so this thing pops out, and Kara gets it through the jugular, and it almost crumples to its knees, choking on trying to pull the arrow out. And then Justina steps out, turns invisible as her focus / hand glows and goes, and it crumples to the ground in a flash of light. And
Rest
then there's
in peace.
silence. And then you hear murmuring from inside the room. And the rest of you may proceed with your turns.
Oh boy.
Olaf is next. Elmo Olaf.
Oh, Elmo hears the fighting, and you hear chink, 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 and he trundles past, and he drops the lantern, and he lifts the hood, and the room is showered in a bright light from this square.
The light. That's a
I need to.
giant ass lantern.
I can find or make a nice lantern one for
Well,
next
it's
time.
not the icon so much as the AOE thing. And
yeah, I have problem with my token. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I just locked it for now. You can hit L to unlock it when you're ready to move it. Just make sure you're targeting your token and not something else. Or let me know and I'll unlock it. Anyway, you know what? The whole room is. What did I do?
Yeah, we could use our imaginations on that one.
The whole room is light. It's more of a measuring tool than something to like leave permanently there. The whole room is lit up. So Elmo drops the light and he draws his weapon and he's ready to fight. And then he's like, huh? What happened? And that's his turn.
He's down. There's more in there.
Oh. He says, oh, and then when you say that, he whispers, oh. All right. Now, see, this is when you guys could prepare actions because we're still in initiative, and there's more creatures in there because you hear voices, and we're still in initiative, so we wouldn't have to redo that whole thing. So next would be Toddy and Krell are the only ones left.
I hate this game.
You hate this game. How could you?
I stand there and I ready an action to toll the dead on the first enemy I see.
Okay. We are back to the top.
I am not going in that hallway first like that.
I probably would say you shouldn't. We're back to the top of initiative, which would be Pantok, Kara, Justina. Elmo is going to quietly sneak around here, but not necessarily super quietly. He's not trying to. And he's going to wait here, and he's going to raise his battle axe above the doorway, ready to crush the first thing that steps into his range.
Kara is going to pretty much do the same as Elmo, but on the other side with his rapier. And the next thing that comes out is going to get fucking blasted.
All right. And then Pantok, Justina.
Oh, sorry. What's going on?
Where'd we lose you?
It was Elmo's turn, and then it was Toddy's turn, and then Noel.
Noel's dead. Elmo readied his action. Toddy readied her action. Toddy readied an action. Elmo readied an action. Kara readied an action.
Oh, okay. So everyone's ready an action, and nothing's run out yet.
Correct.
Do we need to bait it out, or are we just?
You heard murmuring from inside the room, and there was a giant bright flash of light, and now this room is illuminated, and there's a dead Noel right there. So I would think the baiting has been done. It's just a question of what the result is going to be of that bait.
great. Sorry. Okay, so Pantok is going to ready Firebolt again, because why the hell not? And Jacina is going to knock an arrow from her longbow and ready that as an action.
All right, so we've got a bunch of readied actions, all pointing at essentially whatever the first creature to come out of this door is.
Yep. The first sinister-looking creature. If
Yeah,
some,
they
if some
they
little
send
kid
out a
says,
slave, and you're
"Oh,
like,
hello, you freed me, thank you so much." It's like Sonny
It's the
Corleone
gnome
in The
we already
Godfather.
freed. It's the gnome. He got captured again.
He's like,
Oh my god, my friends!
I can't
Why?
catch a break with you guys.
all right. Well, what you see is anyone looking down the hall, or you're all kind of around it? Yeah, you're all just kind of around it. You
Shit.
see. Let me see if I can arrange these before moving them.
Oh Christ!
All right, so these two charge forward with their battle axe drawn, ready to find the source of whatever was going on. You do see that there are a couple others trailing in the back behind, but they are also coming forward. And the first creature that steps into each of these two's range is these two.
Beautiful.
You do still get the it's not a surprise round, but you two still get the unseen attacker advantage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're ready in action, you get unseen attacker because you were hiding from view until it popped out, and then you were unseen. So, yeah, everyone roll with advantage.
Sweet.
And for those with readied ranged attacks, both of them came out at the same time, so you can choose which one you would like to blast.
I was like, that one just duplicated. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it was giving me trouble.
Oh, it's like EverQuest. Oh, good. I've only got one orc. Why is it attacking me 6 times?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Elmo here.
Why is that so many arms?
So Kara and Pantok, and then Jacina. You want to go first?
I
Kara?
can't.
Yes, I would. Kara is going to smack the absolute shit out of the knoll in front of him.
All right, you lunge forward with your rapier.
14 to hit.
Advantage.
Yeah,
Shit,
advantage.
you're so correct. Thank you. Please don't.
There you go.
20, not natural.
All right, you lunge forward, and from your vantage point, you pierce him straight through the upper thigh, which is a big, powerful, meaty gnoll thigh covered in hide armor, and it pierces through him as he lets out a dog-like scowl. Roll damage. At the same time as you do that, Elmo's battle axe comes down and just kind of crushes the back of this gnoll's unsuspecting shoulder blade. He did a bunch of damage.
I get sneak attack. Woohoo!
Yes, that's how you rogue. I am proud of you for demanding sneak attack.
Yeah, if you have an advantage, yeah.
As soon as you said it hits, I wanted to say sneak attack, but I'm like, no. Give them a chance.
Sneak attack is entirely in the domain of the rogue. If you have advantage, you get it. Period.
Oh,
Unless
that's
there's
right.
something that stops it.
Plus, ask for it
How much?
anyway.
Wait.
A lot.
20 damage total. We got 16 and the modifier, which is epic.
Perfect.
I feel like we're reverse 300ing them. They're supposed to be defending the narrow channel and doing well, not walking out until their faces melted.
The monsters
All right.
don't know how to fight.
Both of these gnolls are still alive, although they are both hurt very badly. Let me go ahead and mark them on my sheet here to keep track. All right, and they are going to respond in kind to you with a raised battle axe coming both of your ways. Kara will be first. Does a 23 hit?
Oh man, 23 hit.
All right, Elmo blocks the first one's blow with his shield, and the second one comes down on Kara and swings just shy of dealing a lethal blow, but it still catches you with the edge of its blade for 1 sec. 2 secs.
3, 6.
Gotta look
For
up.
exactly a fuckload of damage. Now, how much is a fuckload?
Exact.
All right, it is slashing damage in the amount of
Oh no.
11.
I'm on 1 HP.
Oof. Might want to disengage.
Disengage! 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 Disengage!
The other gnolls see that there's fighting and they bust into a hustle and charge forward to join their friends.
Does
and
Justina
then
and Kantok and Toddy get their readied actions?
oh yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Oh, what? I'm sorry. We resolved so many things at once. Go ahead and do those. If you kill the gnolls, then they didn't do their damage.
Okay,
Oh my God.
I was gonna let you do those attacks, but okay.
No, because the attacks are on their turn. The readied actions happen first. I just forgot we had
Please,
5
please.
readied actions.
Okay, Justina attacks the one on the bottom, and she's flinging her bow and arrow, her longbow, and that's an 18,
nice.
rolling for crit, and that's a 1, so that doesn't count. So 18 plus a lot, but I should tell you, 23 to hit.
It's
And it's it's such tiny text. 1d8 plus 3 piercing.
yeah, I hate those tiny text boxes for the damage and stuff.
All right, 9 damage, piercing damage to this guy.
To the bottom one.
Yep.
All right,
Oh
he
my
has been
God.
severely damaged, but he is still alive.
Since Pantok sees the bottom one didn't fall, he decides to go ahead and target that one. At the last split second, that's the one he targets with Firebolt.
Meta.
And
Just kidding.
that's going to be... Justina was going to do the bottom one anyway, and Justina was going to go first, so technically I'm not meta-ing.
No, it's just meta because a joking meta because that was the one that hit Kara. So if that one dies, you're good.
That's the
Hard, hard.
that is the second time Pantok got doubles on his Firebolt. So that's going to be a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Ah, lucky for Kara. Oh, I need a D10. Need a D10. A D10
You
is
all-
the worst die.
You all have a flash of a horrible occurrence where this battle. It's like the Dormammu thing.
2 damage.
2 damage.
I was thinking Final Destination. It's like
Yeah,
all of a
yes.
sudden you're like, whoa, wait, I swear I see those logs are about to break and that person's on the side of the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah, you all hallucinate this gnoll just lopping off Kara's head, and then they just swarm you and kill all of you, and then you flash out of the hallucination, and Pantok switches from the top gnoll to the bottom gnoll and blasts it, and it as the blade comes down on Kara, it falls down dead. And Monster D howls and swings as its battle axe clanks on Elmo's shield.
Really? 2
and then-
damage? That kills it?
Yeah, it was on 1 HP from the rest of
Wow.
them. You
Do
guys
I get to
just
do my
fucked
readied
it.
action?
Yes, you are welcome to use your readied action on the one remaining creature.
I would just like to point out that this is going to end up turning into how our session turned into role-playing Final Destination, and Death has to kill us in a specific order now. Thank you very much. All right, so 15 wisdom save to that monster.
Okay.
Yeah,
Your-
Kara has
your-
to die from having his head chopped off now.
Your focus your focus glows with warmth in your hand as you channel your energy through it. And the two little D8s roll, and on the dagger they spin, and both land on 8s. And what's your damage?
All right, 1d12. I think this is the d12. 9 damage.
9 damage. Let's see.
Wait, let me double check that I got that right. Yes, 1d12. For a second there, something I thought I was misremembering.
All right, that one is still alive. Is that all the ready to actions? I didn't miss anyone else.
Did Stoner McBlaze it not ready anything?
I don't believe so.
Stoner.
Kara has immense deja vu. Like, oh my god, I've been in this situation before. But in the other situation, Kara got nearly dead. But Kara's fine now. Oh, I'm so glad Kara's okay. That was scary.
So, you hear the gnolls in the back shouting and yapping orders into the area behind them as they use their actions to dash forward and meet the aggressors.
Oh, dude.
Which I guess you guys are technically the aggressors. They charge forward into position as so, and climbing over the dead bodies of their allies, they position themselves for fighting. But that was their round in initiative, and that was all of your readied actions from previously. So we are now on to Toddy again, because that was your readied action from last round. Now it's your actual turn.
Sweet. Okay. I would like to, and I'm not sure where the tool is, but I think it's going to work. I'm going to move here, and I think I can hit all of them in a line like that with my Tasha's Caustic Brew. Although I'll be within range to take an opportunity attack. I might be able to hit them from there.
If you're standing here, you can hit all 3 of these diagonally like that, yes.
Then I am going to go over here, cast my Tasha's Caustic Brew, and crossing some fingers.
Remind me how it works again. Just a number and saving throw type.
No, it's a cast. It's an action attack. It's a spell attack. So
it's not a dexterity saving throw.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me reread it. I'm sorry.
No problem.
I think you're right.
Why does the DM not have every spell memorized, text memorized exactly verbatim?
Oh, I do.
God
I have
damn
it
it!
Here.
It got overwritten. Okay. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong spell. That's the problem. Yes, dex save. So 15 to dex. I was looking at Tasha's hideous laughter. My bad. I was like, I don't.
Oh yeah, okay. Same first name. That makes sense. They've all failed their dex save, and they are coated in caustic acid as their fur begins to melt off, as if they just soaked in a bath of Nair.
I use my minor action to do the Degeneration X, like boom at them.
Well, your spell focus does glitter and dance in your hand as it fills your whole body with warmth, as if you just drank a nice heavy alcoholic beverage. Not in any sort of debilitating way. It's just like that satisfaction.
Yeah,
fills your body, and they've been blasted, but they don't take any damage until their next turn, I believe.
Yeah, they have to choose to use their action to wipe it off, or they take damage.
Okay. Krell is going to peek around the corner here, and then he sees the fighting, and he goes, you guys seem to be doing a good job, and he just kind of peeks back around and waits out just for a little bit. That is the end of that round in initiative, so we're back up to the top 4 to go and blast these guys again. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
Actually, I might have stated it wrong. It looks like they take damage at the start of their turn, and then they have to choose to use their action to wipe it off or not.
You should change that spell to be called Cum Shot.
Ew.
You might want to go to the doctor. Yeah, no. So they take damage at the start of their turn. Then they have to use their action to wipe it off or not, and then they still have it. So holy shit, that does damage at the start of the turn.
All right, I'm back. What's the plan? Who's going first?
By the way, I think I said it wrong to you, Jay. It says that they take damage at the start of their turn. Then they have to use their action to scrape it off, or they're still covered.
Yeah, once they fail the save, they're going to take the damage at least once, and then if they don't scrape it off, they'll continue to take it. But yes,
for some reason, when I said it to you earlier, I was thinking it was the other way around, that they could wipe it off first. My bad.
Yeah, no, someone else can wipe it off before it's their turn, but since they all go on the same turn, that won't work. All right, who is going first in the next round of initiative?
Okay, that would be. Why don't you go first, Kara?
Yeah, you're right. There is a lot of gnolls that are looking at me very unkindly.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This one and this one have adjacent allies, so you get sneak attack on them.
Oh fuck yeah.
But disadvantage from where you're standing if you're next to this other one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This one?
Oh, disengage bonus action, move back a square, and then you can zap him with an arrow.
True. I could move farther than that though, because
Yes.
I'm a little bit scared.
Yep.
I was thinking back here?
Yep. After
Kara.
you disengage, you can move your full move action.
Awesome. Kara would like to use his bonus action to disengage and go nope 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 and I
You'd be here.
here?
Yeah.
Got
you
it.
moved to 30, right?
Yeah, that yep.
Yeah, sorry. It seems like the lines are a little bit off in the distance, so you might just have to count squares for small things like that. But for things like spells, I'm not gonna nitpick it.
Gotcha.
So yep, you have moved there, and you are now out of melee range.
And Kara is going to aim his short bow at. Wait. Do I get sneak attack on both of these?
Either, not both.
Yep, because they're
Well, yeah, I mean either, not both.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Disengage isn't an action.
Yeah, but cunning action, he can do it as a bonus action.
Oh, sweet. Okay, sorry, my bad.
I'm going to target G with my attack.
All right.
Hee. Shit. Ooh.
That'll hit.
23. Yeah. Fun.
Roll them 6s.
Oh shit. Okay. 4, 6, and where the fuck did my third dice go? Up. 17 damage total. God fucking damn.
All right, that is the first damage this guy's taken, but it was a bunch. So he's covered in acid.
Doing.
Arrow sticking in his back, and the tip of it's just barely poking out of his chest.
Wait, in his back? But he's facing forward.
He turned to face Elmo as you ran past, because he's like,
Oh.
you're out of the. There's no facing. But
Fair enough.
that was just my description. You run past his feet. He's like, whatever. And then he turns back to Elmo to focus his attention, and then you pick him in the back with an arrow.
Doink. Anyways, I am content on ending my turn here.
All right. Who should be next? Elmo will go at some point, but I'll let him go last.
Okay, that's
Justina and
Pantalk.
Pantalk?
Yeah, that's Pantalk,
Yeah.
and I think he's
Oops.
gonna use Mind Sliver. And so the next, if he succeeds, then the target gets a penalty on their next saving throw. Yeah, so he's going to use, which one seems more damaged that I've seen?
You can check the damage by mousing over or right-clicking them. It's in their description.
Oh, I just have to pause for a second. 22, 17, and no damage. Toddy, which one do you want me to hit? Do you want me to hit the one that hasn't been damaged at all, or one of the other ones? If I hit him, then he gets a minus 1d4 on his next saving throw.
I'd say focus more on getting one of them dead with 3 of them surrounding Elmo like that. That's just my opinion.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
I've already got,
this one.
my spell on him, which is going to either do a decent amount of damage or it's going to, keep them locked down for a turn. So we have a little bit of time to do more damage to them. But
okay, DC 13 intelligence saving throw on the top one.
Succeeds, unfortunately.
Okay, nothing happens. Pantalk remains there. Next is Elmo and Justina. And so Justina, if Thorn Whip moves them away, does Elmo get a opportunity attack?
No, force movement.
Okay, Justina's gonna fire an arrow at the bottom one that has more damage. And that's going to be 19 to hit.
Hit.
Damage is 5.
You said the bottom one, F?
Yes, sorry, 4 damage. 4 piercing. No, D. 4 piercing damage on D.
Marked, let me make sure it's still alive. Is still alive.
Okay, Justina's going to run up here. Oh, can she do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, she can't move up all the way. I'll move there. And that's it. She's done.
All right, Elmo's gonna go next. Give me 1 second. Let me go wash my hands. I was eating real quick, so I can do his attacks.
Who's real quick?
I keep reading when I mouse over it. I keep reading it as Cocaine Monster.
Cocaine. Have you seen Cocaine Bear yet?
No, I have not. I've got to wait for it to drop on.
Deanna was asking me about it. She said, "Oh, it must have like come out recently or something because like all the meme pages are making memes about it." It seems like it's pretty good.
I have recently, however, watched da 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 and da 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 and da 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 and all the episodes of da 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 da. Because if I say the names of all the different stuff, they're gonna know I don't subscribe to all that stuff.
Oh, that's okay. I've started watching Mystic Quest, which is only on Apple TV Plus, and you can you can deduce what you will.
What is Mystic Quest?
Mythic Quest. Mythic Quest.
What is Mythic Quest?
It's Rob McElhenney's TV show about a game developing company that has an EverQuest World of Warcraft like game. It's a comedy.
Ah.
I've only seen one clip from it like several years ago, and it looks really funny. There's 3 seasons out. I can't tell you if I recommend it because I haven't started watching it, even though all the seasons are available to me on Apple TV Plus, which I probably subscribe to because how else would I see it? But it might be funny.
Did you ever get into Star Trek at all?
Yes, I've seen the first 2, pretty much all of them, or at least a lot.
Okay, so you haven't watched Lower Decks at all. On Paramount TV, I think it's Paramount.
Oh,
whatever it
that
is, I
one.
subscribe to it.
Oh, yeah, that cartoon. That looks really funny. Is it worth subscribing
it's
to?
more. It is very much worth subscribing to. Holy shit. They cuss on it constantly. The premise behind it is it's not about what all the first officers and all the main people do.
Yeah, it's the underlings.
Lower decks. It's the ones like they'll be getting blown up and flying through a black hole and shit, and they'll just be down there and they're like, we have no fucking idea what's going on. Nobody tells us any goddamn thing.
I should subscribe to that. Oh, since we're throwing out subscriptions, Harley Quinn from HBO, the cartoon.
Yes, that one was good.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. That is yes. I like that her and Poison Ivy get together.
Yes. Back, Jake?
Yes, I am back. Is everyone here?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're just recommending subscriptions.
I was resolving Elmo's attacks anyway, so
seriously, the Lower Decks is more than well worth it. I watched through it several times, and I'll probably watch through it again because it's just so fucking hilarious.
So Elmo raises his shield to the knoll on his left and cleaves the knoll in front of him, and as he drops it dead to the ground, he spins and kneels and cleaves the knoll G through the stomach, and its guts start falling out, and it piles them back in with its free hand and raises its battle axe to slice at him. Was that everyone's turns now after Elmo?
Yes.
Okay.
That is dedication. If I got my gut sliced out, unless my family was standing there, I would not still be trying to kill them like that.
They're pretty dedicated, vicious creatures. But it successfully piles its guts back in for a moment. Can you roll some damage for acid on both of them? I believe you'll just roll one instance of damage and apply it to both.
However you want to do it. You're the DM.
Yeah, you can do it like that, but you roll it though.
Oh God, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do?
Made a lot of D6s.
I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'll delete them here in a second. Wait, those are the wrong dice anyways. Fuck.
Oh, is it 2d4?
Yes. Uh, 5 damage. It's cocked, but
it's cocked, but it's enough to kill it regardless with the 3. So, as this thing starts to pile its guts back in, and it keeps trying to like grab its axe, and then hold on, and then grab its axe, and while it does this, the acid is eating through its face, and before it has a chance to swing its axe again, it falls down to the ground in a sizzling pile of goo.
I would like to yell out next time, unionize.
And this one takes. Oh, actually, can you re-roll that cocked one? The one that was, because this one does take the full damage. So the 3 is good. Just re-roll the other one for the other side, the other half. 4.
Please tell me that's not cocked again.
No,
it
that's
looks like
4.
it on my screen. Okay, yeah, it's 4 damage on that. 4 plus whatever the other one was. So 7 damage. Nice.
All right. So this knoll sees its friends both melting away into piles of acid, and it goes and it feels it start to tingle on its skin, and it takes the blunt end of its axe and it starts scraping the acid off of itself. And as it does so, you hear voracious yapping from inside the room.
Just so you know, Nick, when at first you said there's probably only 2 or 3 in there, I thought about using my whatever it is skill to hold up a whiteboard with the letters written on it, want to bet, and I thought about holding that up to you.
Jesus!
And 4 more gnolls, one of them being significantly larger than the others, pour forth from the room. And
holy shit. Yeah, I should have done the whole whiteboard thing. That would have been funny.
They get out to about here and see the threats. This guy can turn and see Elmo. This one's going to go over to Toddy, but I don't think it can quite reach. No, it can't quite reach, but it can get up to you. This one is going to get up to Jessina. So is this one. No, this one's going to go over to Kara. This one's going to go to Jessina. And let me move these dead ones out of the way.
Shit balls.
And none of them can attack this turn except for the giant one, which is going to swing its battle axe at Elmo as it growls in his face. And he blocks it with its shield, deflects its axe into the wall. And Toddy and Krell.
Just see a little bit of poop fall out from in between, and damn. Which is the one that already it wiped the acid off, but which one was it that took damage?
It should still say acid, but it's got damage as this one right here.
I don't see. Yeah, it was a pop. Yeah, there it is.
It's taken 7 damage, but it's F.
Okay. Sorry, cat attacking my goatee. Well, shit.
Guess that room's bigger than we thought it was. Bigger than I thought it was. Looks kind of small.
I'm going to take an opportunity attack if I do that, but it might be the best thing to get the acid on 3 of them.
What about one of your stun spells like Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
Or color spray. Let me.
Yeah. Pantok's thinking about using sleep that'll to hit both of these at once.
Ooh.
Yeah, Hideous Laughter is just one creature. Color spray affects 60-10 HP creatures.
Hey, that would be pretty good, especially if you could get that guy. You know, that guy's really scary looking, and him being down would be fucking great.
I could also. I think I'll do color spray, and I'll cast it in a 2nd level spot. That adds more HP onto how much it can affect. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast color spray as a 2nd level spell, which costs 3 MP instead of 2. And by doing that, it affects not 60-10 HP, but 8d10 HP creatures coming out in a cone from...
Alright. So here's your cone if you'd like to measure with it. From any
Does it have
point.
to come out for me, or can it come out from
any
from
point
my
on your square? Yeah. As long as that dot is touching an edge of your square is fine.
Yeah, I was trying to move my character out of the way because, well, does that count? Does that hit all 4 of those?
Yes, it'll also hit Justina. No, it'll hit these 3 and then Justina.
Okay, but can I, just...
You can probably hit these 3 without hitting Justina. If you hit this one, it's going to hit Justina, and you can't hit this one and this one in one spray. They're too
Okay,
far away.
all right.
3 is
I
probably
wanna hit-
enough because their HP you probably won't be able to blind more than that anyway.
Well, then those are the 3 that I want to hit. And do
All right.
I roll the HP? I've never cast this
No.
before.
No, so it's yeah. I'm sorry. You roll the HP and tell me the number, and then I determine which ones are stunned based on
but
their current HP.
But I roll it, and it's 8d10 because I'm casting it at the higher 8d10. Because law of averages, 60-10, there's a decent chance I'd only hit one of them down. So, all right, I need d10. Is that a d10? Yeah, that's a d10. Okay, all right, hold on.
I do have a bunch of blue D10s down here. If you just need a bunch of them. That's
I need 8. I was going to clone them, but if you have a bunch.
Whatever's easier for you. I just have them there ready to go, so you can just grab them instead of having to mess around with cloning.
Perfect. That's 8 right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have 8.
I'm not rolling yet. I'm moving it up here so I could. Crap,
all
that.
ones.
Off the keyboard. Fuck.
All one.
Hold on. All right. No whammies. Stop. 44.
All right. Well, let's see. We've got H, F, and the large one. And what does it do? Creature starting to blinded until the spell ends, and the spell lasts for 1 round. So,
Affected in a
these 3 are blinded, and blinded mean nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
What does blinded mean? I forgot. I was like, yay.
They get
Attacks-
disadvantage on attack rolls, and we get advantage on attacks against them.
That is really nice for 1 round because, wow, my
Yeah.
temple's going to hurt after this. Does it get an opportunity attack for me casting that?
No, there's no, unless you move out of their range, there's no spell casting opportunity attacks.
I don't know why I was thinking that there was.
Also, in addition to that blinded effect, since it can't see, in order to do anything that requires you to see a target, it would not work. So you can also move away from them without opportunity attacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, yeah.
you're safe to run away from this dude if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to run away. Yeah, I think I can move over to here.
Yeah, that works good.
I still want to be close enough that I can move back in range and cast something else and burn through the rest of my magic if needed. But, for now, I feel like I've done my fair share. Time to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you're still in a pretty good range for spells and stuff anyway. All right.
That would be my turn.
All right. Krell steps forward and he sees that there's a fight going on, and he reaches down and he picks up a rock and he hurls it at this closest knoll here.
Yeah.
And he
Epic.
plinks it right in the noggin with a big heavy rock, and it goes thunk, and the knoll
Doink.
goes "Roar," and it turns towards Krell, and it looks at him and it raises its battle axe, and he goes ah, and steps back behind the wall. Let me mark that damage. He did 1 damage.
1 damage.
Wait, actually,
Thank you,
no, that
Krell.
it was a 4. Sorry, that's a big difference.
A little
actually-
boo-boo versus getting hit in the head with a fucking rock.
Do improvised weapons do
Thought it was 1d4.
strength? I think improvised thrown weapon is plus strength damage.
Definitely not plus 10.
1d4 damage. Ranged weapon. If there's a melee weapon that has the thrown property, it also deals 1d4 damage. One sec. I think it's Dex. Unless it has the thrown property, which I don't think a rock does. So that's going to be a little bonus. It's actually 6 damage. It's a big rock.
God.
Thunk. There's a big one of those Wile E. Coyote welts appears on the thing's head.
Well, have you ever seen somebody get hit in the head with a rock? Because I have.
A very well aimed rock.
Landon was mowing.
Oh,
and
nice.
it shot out and it hit Ethan in the head and just dropped him.
That family has some problems with lawnmowers.
I had forgotten about this, by the way, until just now. I completely forgotten about this one. And now I remember it because it's the same high-pitched wail that he emitted when he got hit in the back with the baseball when we were all playing baseball, because he was playing second base and he was talking to the center fielder with his back turned.
Oh, I forgot that.
Holy shit, I think Landon hit that ball that time too.
All right, so that initiative round is over. We are on to Kara, Pantok, Jacina, Elmo. Elmo again is going to wait to see what happens this round before taking his action.
Okay. Kara, you can go first.
Okay. So, first of all, Kara would... Okay. Kara wants to use his cunning action to disengage.
Naturally.
And, let me read this. I can only take one action at a time. I can't do disengage and hide.
If you used your action, yes, but no, you are correct. It's one of those things when you use it.
But you can get sneak attack attacking one of the ones next to Jacina.
Yeah, there's 3 blind. There's 2. There's 2 blinded enemies and 3 that are in with range of an ally. So you still have you can get advantage and sneak attack on this one or this one.
I am still gonna disengage.
Definitely. You would have disadvantage and would not be able to sneak attack if you didn't do that.
Right. I'm going to move to this square right here. Fuck you! And I can get a solid sneak attack on K9 Monster A. Ooh, I wonder what sort of K9 monster this is. But also, there's another thing I can do.
You do get advantage if you do this one because he's also blinded.
Oh shit, okay. Good idea. I'll target him with my short bow. Also,
except for squirrel, that's a pretty cool.
Okay, let me solve this first, and then after that, I can use Whales from the Grave to target Null A as well on the same attack turn.
Okay.
But let me roll for the short bow. Hee hee hee. Oh, shit.
And is that with advantage, or are you attacking the blind one?
Yeah. Okay. Critical hit. Let's go. Holy shit. Let me get my dice.
So that'll be 66
Yup, I'm grabbing them
plus
over
mods.
here. Plus mods, come here. This is beautiful. This is fucking beautiful right here. Whee! Holy shit. That is solid 22 damage.
All right. That one dies.
L.
Blasted. You hear the gnolls grumbling among each other, speaking in gnollish. You can only assume, and the smaller ones are yapping, and the big one goes,
There's a
and they
big
go,
one? Oh, large knoll. Oh shit! Oh shit! I don't know what that is. Not at all.
It's a gnoll. It's just a bigger one.
Oh, it's not a pack leader.
It doesn't look like it has anything different from them. It just looks like it's bigger and beefier.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it might be their leader, but it doesn't look like a particular type of gnoll. They all look like gnolls. They all look the same.
Okay,
Bruce Willis
so
Fifth Element move.
All right, so I believe that was Kara's turn. Did you have something, Wales,
up,
for the
up.
grave?
yes, I get to target him with 2d6s, and he takes necrotic damage. So Kara, okay, that's 9.
Alright.
Kara has a very ominous glow surrounding him, and like I don't know the word for it. Aspiration, fucking like apparitions, fucking
Apparition, yeah.
yeah, apparitions of serpents appear around him, and he does some bullshittery.
Krell kind of is peeking out around the corner, and he sees you blast these things, and then creatures spin around you, and he goes, "Holy shit!"
Holy shit, indeed.
And Elmo just kind of like, he's fighting with this big gnoll, but he kind of like glances over and then does a double take, and he's just like, okay.
What the
I
fuck?
haven't seen that before.
You certainly have not.
All right,
And let me mark that.
Yeah, mark it used, and he took the damage as the blood from his friend splatters on him and starts to decay as a flesh. And okay, the other 3 of you can now go.
Okay, I'm gonna have Justina go next, and do I wanna? What's her mana look like? I'm calling it mana now.
Yeah.
There's still 4 alive. Okay, so she's going to strafe around this guy without moving out of opportunity range. And she's going to get in melee range of this guy who's blinded, correct?
Yes.
Okay. She uses her bonus action to cast Flame Blade. And so she summons a scimitar made of fire in her hand. And then she slashes at this guy with it.
All right. Make
That's
your
gonna
attack roll, I
be
believe.
+6 attack roll. With advantage, that's a 12. And 12, another doubles. So it's going to be 18 to hit.
All right, that does hit it.
Okay, and then... Oh, I cloned the wrong one. I want to clone this one. I want to do them with a big one.
So many extra dice.
Okay, and then she does 3d6 fire damage. 11 to that guy.
All right, your flame blade washes over him as it basically slices through and cauterizes his flesh in one go, and he's got a big scar across his chest now.
Okay, and then she's gonna move back over here so that she's not meleeing him. Pantok goes next, and
With are you, oh right, blinded. Yeah.
yeah. Pantok goes next, and he shouts for Stoner McBlazeit to charge forward and attack the same one. Just like a mage, he forgot to hit spell /pet attack until just now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he missed like 3 rounds.
Oh yeah.
So that's a +5 to hit. And with advantage, which he needs,
I was gonna say that's so almost rolled over to the 20.
18 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 1d6 +4 bludgeoning damage. What is this? Oh, wait. DC 12 dex save or takes fire damage when hit, right?
Is that what it says?
It looks like it. Yeah, so, okay. So it's going to be first, let me roll the fire damage. 1d6 +4. 8 fire damage. I mean, I guess it's fire damage. 8 damage. And then...
the main hit is bludgeoning damage, and then the extra damage is fire damage.
I even wrote bludgeoning, it says it there. Okay, so 8 bludgeoning damage, and now it's a DC 12 dex save to see if it also takes fire damage.
The gonk on its head busts his head open, and the flames wash over it, but it's already dead on the ground.
Yeah, and now Pantok is going to attack. Let's see. Okay, he's going to. God, we're just using all the spells. Yeah, he's
close to the end of the day.
He's gonna use Magic Missile, cast it at a normal level, and he's going to cast it at this guy here. So that means he rolls a d4, and it is going to be that times 3 damage. +1. And that was not a roll. This is a roll. It's the same number. Okay, so that's 3, 6, 9 damage.
All right.
To that knoll. Oh, and it's force damage, I think. That's the D.
Got it. 3 missiles blast him in his oh, not the fire scar, that's the dead guy. In his various limbs, and you see welts begin to appear on his body as if from thin air.
Okay, and that is Pantok's turn. And Jacina.
All right. And who do we have left? Just Elmo?
Yep.
Okay. These gnolls that are getting pelted, they start chattering loudly and aggressively at the larger gnoll, and the larger gnoll responds in a condescending way. And Elmo will swing his battle axe at the large gnoll, and hold on. Yeah, that thing deflects his blow with its own weapon, and then it looks around. No, that one didn't. It hit all of them, but it goes down the line, and it ran out of HP.
Yep, got it.
It deflects the weapon, but then it looks around at the corpses of its friends. I've been removing them from the map, but there's like corpses just littering this room.
Yeah.
And it goes, "Grr, grr, grr, grr." And this gnoll looks around at you, and it's holding up its weapon to like block the attacks, and it goes, "Grr, grr," and "Grr, grr," and the large one says, "Parley, parley."
Me no understanding.
And you all being adventurers in combat, I'm assuming you know what parlay means, but would you like me to describe what it would be expected to the outcome to be?
The only part I know precedes the words "vous anglais."
It basically means, like, I mean, anyone pretty much knows it means halt combat or whatever, like whatever. It basically means come to a mutual agreement to stop the fighting so we can discuss something, not necessarily permanently cease the fighting, but kind of take a pause to be like, wait, let's talk this out. You are more than welcome to ignore a request of parley, but as far as like, you know, international standards and stuff go, usually parley means it's basically begging for mercy without going so far as to beg for mercy.
Do Knowles speak
Elmo,
common?
what? You do not believe Knowles normally speak common, and these ones have only been talking in Knoll. But the large one kind of holds its weapon ready to fight if it needs to, but it's not ready to swing it, as do the other ones. And Elmo seems to respond in kind. He kind of holds his shield up and his battle axe back, but Elmo does not look like he's going to continue to fight. He looks like he's going to respect the parley. But after his last swing, of course. And the Knolls all skip their turn, so we are at Toddy and Krell. If you guys would like to decide what to do, talk amongst each other. The Knolls are not going to attack, seemingly, until you attack them.
Well, we're having a clear communication issue. Sure, we can parlay, but what's there to talk about? My friend, I don't speak Knoll, and I don't think you guys speak Knoll either.
They all look at you and go, the big one looks at you and says in a slightly different language, one second. Let me check something. I just need to look something up real quick. But they are attempting to communicate with you, so long as you're not immediately blasting them. Is anyone immediately blasting them? Because technically we are continuing in the initiative, but is anyone going to disrespect the parlay and just continue fighting?
Pantok speaks Abyssal.
I'm gonna check what languages everyone speaks, so I rather ask you. But that's what I'm doing.
If they're willing to pause for 10 minutes, I can do comprehend languages as a ritual.
That's definitely a possibility.
Oh yeah.
1 second.
If we agree to end the battle and have them like just leave or something, like I don't know what the options would be, but that would save us from burning any additional spell points. So I would be in favor of that.
I'm also picturing us hacking and slashing them to death, mockingly going, parlay, parlay.
Yinogu.
Yeah. Pantok takes out a random book and starts pointing at it, saying "Yinogu" as he marches towards them.
They do seem to be speaking.
Poor Travis! Finally, after 8 years of playing D&D, there's a chance to parlay with Knowles, and he's not here.
Oh my god!
They do seem to be speaking a slightly different language than at first, but none of you understand it. And the large one looks a little bit frustrated, not like he's going to attack you, just like frustrated that there's communication. And he tries one last time in what seems like very textbook, uncoordinated, a third language, which again none of you understand. Actually,
Abyssal.
Yeah, none of you understand it.
Really?
Elmo can kind of understand a little bit of it, but he says he can't really pick out enough words. He says, I recognize that last one. It's similar to Giantish, but it's such a horribly different dialect. I can't pick out a word of it, but they're definitely trying to communicate with you in at least 3 different languages, and none of you speak them.
And none of those are
I just noticed something on my sheet.
What?
I just noticed something on my sheet, and I could be wrong, but in my languages box, it says select one more language.
Yes, it does, and Knoll is not an option.
Didn't think so, but I still need to check one more language.
Yeah, you probably should pick one more language.
Not Abyssal, and not Primordial, and not Giant. I have those covered. What languages do you have, Kara?
I have Thieves' Cant, Common, and Draconic.
Okay, Draconic. We have.
Well,
I think you were supposed to take Infernal, so we have the Hell languages covered. I don't know if that's what they would speak, but I thought they'd speak Abyssal, so fuck me.
I have no idea what I was going to take, or what I said I was going to take, or if I just never got around to it.
Or Celestial, but these guys are probably not going to speak Celestial.
Yeah, I'm sure they speak Celestial. I don't have to pick this right now, though. I mean, we can still figure our way through this.
Yeah, it would just suck if you ended up picking the language that they are speaking, that it would kind of suck. Because it's like, oh yeah, I totally understood them back then. It's up to you, but I would
No,
much prefer that you
should
go ahead
pick
and
a
pick your language now.
'cause you were supposed to pick that 20 sessions ago.
Yeah, even if you just roll a dice and randomize it, it's been a while now, so you can just pick one. Whatever you think might be most beneficial. If you decide on something later, you can change it, but
I'm gonna say Infernal just because then we've got the hell languages covered. But other
Oh.
options are Deep Speech,
Orc?
Orc,
I thought we had deep speech covered.
Undercommon, no. But Deep Speech is like Underdark languages. It's like an wait, no. Deep Speech is like Beholders and shit. We do not have Deep Speech. We have Draconic, Abyssal, Primordial, and
Which
Elven
one do you
and
think I should
Giant.
take?
I think we talked about you taking Infernal originally, so without meta Infernal. With meta, I don't know what else they'd be trying to speak.
Well, it's more what's going to be more important to the group, anyways. Whether not about this one situation. It was just I noticed that on my sheet, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I would probably say Infernal.
Okay, I'll pick Infernal. I think that's a good one.
okay. Final answer.
Yes.
Okay, they're not speaking Infernal. So they've now lowered their weapons. They're still holding them just in case because you did just slaughter 6 of their friends. But they have stopped attacking, and as long as you have as well, then we can drop from initiative. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
if
And
if there's a
use
way
your
that we can get
comprehend
them to
languages.
chill out for 10 minutes, I can do. Well, I'm assuming. Oh shit! I don't know if I have soot and salt that's required for my comprehend languages.
You can cry and use the salt from your tears.
You have
So
a magical focus. You don't need those components because you have a magical focus.
any
you only
component
need
that doesn't have a
components
cost listed and does not be
Yeah.
consumed, you don't have to have it. So in
It has
identify,
to-
you have to
Oh,
because
okay.
it costs gold. So
That's right. Well, in that case, I would like to. I don't know how in the hell I would gesture to them to just chill out. Like I'm putting my hands up and I'm telling them, like holding up the 1 minute sign, like wait. But then I'm like doing it over and over again. See if I can get them to chill the fuck out, and then I'm gonna try and sit down and do the ritual comprehend languages.
they seem to understand, but they're also frustrated and kind of confused at what you're asking.
10 minutes is kind of a long time.
The large
Wow.
one motions for its friends to move slowly towards it and speaks to them in the first language, and they start to cautiously, basically disengage, but move back this way. They're not
I would
fleeing.
like
they're
to-
just cautiously getting together.
Okay. I'm
If you'd
going
like to
to,
do
and
so,
I'm
you
going to. I'm gonna hold up the sign again, like wait, like I'm putting up my hand, like wait, and I say parlay, and then I'm gonna sit down
Parlay.
and try and do the ritual.
It sees you sit down, and it kind of looks a little bit nervous, and it's trying the languages again. And Krell pops out with a rock and goes, "Ha ha!"
No, Krell, wait, we're parlaying.
No, fuck you, crap.
Crow, wait!
He says, "Parlay, what's that?"
No, stop the fighting!
I'm sorry, but my Vu Anglais joke was hilarious. Fuck you all.
The large knoll looks at Krell and goes, "Great, and he goes, "What? Graggle, 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 graggle."
Oh, Christ.
God damn it!
And they have a short conversation, and then he says, "The knoll says he would like to stop the fighting, but he doesn't speak common. He speaks very butchered goblin.
You could have taken
His
Goblin.
his inflections are all wrong."
Zach, you should have taken Goblin. God.
Fuck you! I left it up to you because I didn't know what to take.
Yeah, but I love hell languages, so I have no regrets on my decision. Even though
It's not necessarily a bad
Goblin-
decision in the long run.
Goblin could be a
No,
pretty
it's not.
good language, though. But if we keep Krell with us, then
It's a little
we've
too
got
late.
a Goblin translator.
Wait. Do I get better at Goblin 1?
He could teach you if you wanted him to.
Justina tells
Hell
Krell,
yeah.
Justina asks Krell to give us 10 minutes so that we can enhance our communications, and then we can parlay.
He relays that information to the gnolls, and it nods and seems to understand. and I don't think any of them are really that hurt. Okay, number A is very badly hurt, and he says my companion is very badly injured. He's going to fetch salves for his wounds from the room, but we will wait here while you complete your ritual.
There goes our loot.
Rip.
Yeah, but it might have useful info.
His friend leaves and then comes back and begins to bind his wounds as you cast the ritual. Is there anything else you're doing during this 10 minutes?
Not me, but
Nope.
All right, the ritual completes, and Toddy can now understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that she hears.
Holy shit.
I got him.
They have no idea what you're saying, but the large one speaks to you, and
I go. Hey, okay. I tell it. Oh wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to be the one to parlay.
Yeah. The large one speaks to you, and though you don't understand its words, you seem to understand the literal meaning of what it's saying, and the words it's saying translate to in your head are that they didn't sign up to be slaughtered like fish in a barrel, and
Like trout in a... Oh, sorry.
and one sec.
He's looking
Let me
up the
find how
trout
this
video. Trout for clout.
Oh god.
Don't Google trout for clout. No one that's watching the stream Google trout for clout Australia. Don't do it. Willow, don't do it.
Comprehend
seriously.
languages. I only understand. I can't speak it back though.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. Comprehend languages, you can understand them, but you can't. They won't understand you.
We do have our goblin friend though, so we could just have him relay it.
Yeah, this just gives us. Yeah. Okay.
Willow, do not Google the word trout for clout.
Why?
Don't.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think I should? Well, like, okay. So I relay what it just said to me about how they said they didn't sign up to be slaughtered. What should we tell Krell to say back? God, I feel like the time there was only me speaking English and the engineer on the other line only speaking Spanish, and we had to use Google Translate. It took us like 30 minutes to diagnose the problem because we were both going back and forth between Google Translate because he spoke zero English.
As he should. Ask him what they did sign up for, who they work for, and if they would be willing to leave this dungeon without alerting their allies.
Krell speaks in Goblin to them, and they reply to Krell, but Toddy, you can understand.
Yeah.
They say that they were promised that they could raid and steal, and they'd have great loot and money and be awesome, but they're not satisfied with what they've gotten so far, not to mention being just recently over half of their numbers slaughtered. 1 sec.
2/3, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. And they seem to kind of calm down and speak to Krell as he talks to them in a calming way, very charismatic way. And they share with him and Toddy that they recently lost 6 members, which I guess 6 more members, while raiding to the east and south of the ruins. And having lost 6 members, they are dissatisfied with the take of loot that they've gotten during those raids. And they're extremely irate about the greater status afforded to the newly recruited bugbears further elsewhere in the dungeon. And they feel like they're being not appreciated as they should be. And they say, because you told them to ask if they would leave, they said, we're not really in much use here anyway in our condition. We'd be more than happy to leave. of course, if we were compensated for it. And he grins.
Mm.
I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not saying this to them. I'm saying, or to Krell, I'm saying this to my party, but I tell them that what they said, and I said I feel like being allowed to leave with their lives is compensation enough. Don't you guys agree?
I don't know. I'm always down for bribing monsters.
Bribing monsters is nice. It beats fucking nearly getting killed.
I guess Krell's gonna have to strip.
Compensated, eh? Okay, Krell, tell them we offer up a juicy goblin ass for all three of them to have their way
Oh
with.
my god.
And Krell says, "Okay,
Choo
Gerbil,
choo!
wait a second."
Oh my god.
Krell no want to say that. Say it. And then Krell says, "Gerbil, Gerbil, Gerbil." And then they all three of them turn towards Toddy and say, "Ah!" And Toddy's like, "What did you tell them?"
Yeah.
And Krell's like, "Fuck you," and runs off.
You forget, I still have my disguised self on right now, dude.
Oh yeah.
I've got this giant monster
Is that-
bulge in my
Is
pants.
that concentration?
No, hold on.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either, but let me look.
Is that?
No, it's not. Yeah, and it hasn't been an hour yet.
Uh-oh, it looks like Jacina's gonna have to take one for the team.
Whenever you guys are ready to continue, you can let me know.
I was
what you
gonna
actually
say,
relay.
yeah, I don't.
We can
Okay.
make jokes all night, but
Ask. Yeah, it's getting late. Okay, how much do they want?
Can we?
Yeah.
yes, we can. You ask Krell to ask them that.
Yes.
Make him an offer. Tell how much should we offer?
No. Because what if what we offer is way higher than what they were expecting? We should let them throw the first thing out there.
Okay.
Come on, it's the art of the deal, man. Haven't you read Donald Trump's book?
Okay, Krell, ask him how much they're wanting to be compensated.
Krell looks at you and he kind of there's the hint of like a snarl at first, and then he turns to them to relay the information, and he says, "These creatures are willing to bargain with you for money, but you killed my friend and fed him to that ogre. How dare you try and get away with your lives with money?" And the Gnoll replies and says, "Silly goblin, your people are nothing more than fodder for larger, stronger creatures. What place do you have? You're nothing more than a negotiator in this conversation. Know your place and tell me what their
I'm
offer
gonna have
is."
to caustic Broom, aren't I?
And Krell says, "No amount of money could repay what you've done to me. You're going to have to make it up a different way." And the Gnoll says, "Well, who do you think knows this dungeon better than anyone? Are you really willing to delve deeper into this place in your condition?" And Krell looks down and he says, and he turns to you and he says, "They're offering information, but they won't tell me a price. What do you want to offer them?"
Jacina says, "Okay, so we might actually get something out of this." Krell, I don't know what you said, but from the tone of your voice,
I know what Krell said. I can tell you guys what Krell said.
Okay.
Krell says, What do you mean? You don't speak Goblin."
What do you mean I don't speak Goblin?
They were talking. Whatever. I don't think we should be negotiating with these creatures. They're evil and deceitful, and nothing they say can be trusted.
I understand your apprehensions. However, we did kill 6 of them, and they killed your one friend. So we have paid them back 6-1.
He says they're not paid, they won't be paid back until all of the blood in this place, all the evil blood in this place has been spilled.
Okay.
I mean, guys,
but
I'm
I'm more
with
than
Krell on this personally.
He says, "But I'm more than willing to get at the person who is the real cause of this horrible menagerie and let the minions go if it means."
This is our first battle, and I'd like to have some spell slots when we get to the boss.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking we could just tell them that whichever one gives up the information first gets to live.
Yeah, but we have to be able to back up anything we say, and we want to save our resources. Kara, you're the you have to be the decider.
The car is so nice.
I know. That's why I told them to be the decider.
Wow. Okay.
I was ready to blast that ogre, but also, like I said, I want to have HP and spell slots left as we venture further in.
That is, I'm taking that heavily into consideration. I would prefer to walk out of here with less bloodshed
Plus, we can get some
and more
information.
information.
I
But
wonder if you can tame the ogre with the bodies of the kobolds. You know, kind of like we did with the rat. Sorry, I didn't
what
mean to
the
interrupt you.
fuck? The bodies of what?
Kobolds? Aww.
Knowles, shut up. I'm sorry. I'm not racist. But I
You're
get them
racist.
confused. They all look the same.
Racist.
Sorry, did not mean to interrupt you, Kara.
Okay. Go ahead, Kara.
No, you're saying? I want to hear what you're saying.
Okay, so Pantok says what do you guys think if I offer them 3 gold apiece to give up their information and then leave the dungeon?
Kara thinks 3 gold is a bit much, but it might do.
Maybe we should just ask them, how much have they gotten so far? How much have they earned?
That's that's true.
Krell, can you ask them how much? I mean, they said that they haven't been fairly compensated. Can you ask them how much they've made so far?
Krell turns and asks them. He says, "How much do you think is fair compensation? You said you weren't fairly compensated before." And they reply and say, they say, it's more about how much you're willing to give up than how much we're expecting.
Oh, so it's like that. Okay,
3 gold
then 3 gold.
We want to know what you think our information is worth, and if you don't think it's worth anything, then we're more than happy to go die fighting for Yinogu or whatever the equivalent Greyhawk god is. He says, but of course, we would much prefer to live and abandon our post if the price is right.
3 gold.
So I relay that information to the group.
Gorlick.
What?
Noel, get Greyhawk, Ricky, Gorlick.
Oh yeah, that one.
Actually, this says Yinogu exists in Greyhawk.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Yinogu then.
The original god was Gorlick, but then they turned to giantish gods and later towards the demon lord Yinogu.
Okay.
Okay, Krell, tell them we offer 3 gold apiece.
He turns to them and says, our offer is 9 pieces of gold among the 3 of you. And the largest one snorts and chuckles in a and he says, you really don't value information very highly, do you, adventurers? And he says, we would be willing to leave without a word if you pay us, well, if you pay them 6 gold apiece. I have a little bit stronger tastes. I believe 9 would do enough for me. He says that would be plenty for us to leave, but if you want the information that we have, and trust me, you want the information we have.
Hi.
How about double that?
My audio cut out for all of that.
3's measly. He wants 9 himself and 6 for the other 2. Hold on.
You were like, ha, 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 that, and then it cut out. And then it came back when I responded.
He wants 18 gold for himself and 6 gold for each of his living companions. He says you are more than welcome to take whatever measly loot my allies had on them. You bested them in combat. We're not going to take their money, so keep that in mind. And he says, but I want at least 18 and then 6 for them, so a total of 30. And we'll leave without a word. We won't bother you again. We won't rat you out. But if you want information, and trust me, you want our information if you're going to survive the rest of this. If you plan on delving deeper into here, you want to hear the information we have. And we demand at least twice that, which would be a total of 60. And they will give you all the information you could ever want.
Pantok is willing to pay 60 gold for information, and if it ends up blowing, then next time we can kill him, okay?
All I have to say...
Wait, let me bargain!
Okay.
55! 55.
The Knoll says, we don't bargain with lesser beings.
Lesser beings!
The price is 30 for our ignorance and 60 for our assistance.
To be fair, there's lesser of them than there is of us right now.
Yeah, we can burn all our spell slots killing them.
They reiterate they're more than happy to die in combat, and the large one takes a bite out of his own arm and spits it on the ground.
Yeesh. Okay.
And takes damage.
Just so you know, if both
Pantok's
sides are unhappy...
I have 517 gold. I can spare like 30 for half of the expense.
Okay, and Pantok will pay the other 30.
Easy as.
Okay, and how are you relaying this money to them? Relaying it to them?
Okay, Kara give it to me, and Pantok will give it to him.
Alright.
So Pantok takes 30 from Kara, and then he walks up to the Knoll leader, and he stands 1 square away, and he holds out, he takes the 60 gold, and he tosses it on the ground in front of him, and he says something to them in Abyssal that they can't understand, but he says.
Yeah, they don't understand you. They look at you like you're crazy, but they recognize it, but they don't understand it. And the larger one yaps at the smaller one to grab it up. The smaller one holds it up and holds it open as the large one counts it. And he says, "Wow, you were carrying more than we thought you were." He says, "Well, we're going to head out. Come with us, and we will show you. We'll show you the way to the lair of the master."
Yes.
And he says, and I'm only telling you this because you paid me 60 gold and not because I care about you. But if you thought 9 of us were trouble, the guards that this guy keeps numbers in the 20s. So you may have bested us while we were sleeping and recovering from our recent raids, but if you think you're going to bust through that door and take on 20 guards and a high-level cleric, you're sorely mistaken. And he says, "But come with us. We are going to leave now, and we'll show you to the chamber of the master."
I don't think we're gonna finish
Go
this.
open the door.
I think we should level up again before we actually go after the master. So they're showing us where not to go until we come back again.
Okay.
Justine and Pantok are following. Hey,
I'm not going to do all 3 of them, but all 3 of them are there.
Look, we picked the right door.
So the large one reaches for the door handle, shakes it for a second, and then busts down the door, and it slams open with a thud.
Damn. I couldn't do that early.
You didn't really try to knock it down, but also you guys are trying to be quiet. And 1 sec, let me reference my map.
My fucking god.
We were actually guessing our way to the master correctly, though.
He walks down this hallway and then turns to the left. And walks down a slightly narrower hallway, which is very long.
Narrow and long, just like my dong.
No, stop.
Sorry.
And it extends. And at the end is a doorway.
Oh, God.
And he opens this doorway. This one doesn't seem to be stuck. And in this chamber, he stops and he holds a finger up to his mouth. And I'm assuming Krell and or Toddy are right there to translate.
Yes.
I am, obviously.
And everyone else is there, I'm assuming, too. But I'm just moving the important ones. He stops, points into the door,
But God damn it, what is going on with my internet tonight?
Mine's been jacking around, too. Yeah, you're 99.9 ping. Don't worry about it. We'll repeat anything we have to.
It will be fine for 5 minutes, and then it'll cut out 2 or 3 times, like it just did.
Yeah, I was having like 60% packet loss the other day, so it might just be like infrastructure problems or something. I don't know.
Yeah, IPv6 is coming out again or something for like the 10 billionth time.
So he motions to this door and points into it, and then points out, and you feel a cool breeze coming in from this way, and then he motions for you to walk back in the hallway with his finger to his mouth still.
What is this a wall here?
Clearly not.
This is a tunnel that continues on for a little while and kind of trends upward, and then you see that you can't see any further, but you feel a cool breeze coming from outside. But he's motioning for you to come back with his finger. Like, obviously, he doesn't want to be talking around here. There is a door here that's shut, which he pointed to.
Okay. Now we know.
And he says, through that doorway lies the chamber of the master and his numerous guards, and out here is the back exit from this dungeon place. He says, we are going to take our leave now, but explore the rest of the dungeon at your own peril, and do not underestimate the power of
the Force,
bad guys or whatever.
The Force.
He says we were just hired as raiders to be paid in what we brought back, but you don't know what you're messing with, and you could very easily get yourselves into trouble, blah blah blah. He says, but for now we are going to go and try and lick our wounds, and hopefully we never meet you again.
Goodbye, big creature.
And they leave through the back exit of the tunnel. You can either confirm that by watching them after this point, or you can just assume that they're leaving. And they might go in here and alert the master. Does anyone want to actually watch them leave?
I
Yes.
think one of us should, but it shouldn't be me.
You watch them leave. As long as one of you wants to, you watch them walk out and leave. They don't look back,
Okay.
And they disappear. And you're still going to get experience for all of them since you still defeated them. But we'll do that before we end.
Hooray!
Hooray!
That is really, really good information, because now we can explore the entire rest of the dungeon and hopefully get a level up. And then when we leave, we know the back entrance, so we can just come in the back way and then just go in there. And maybe we'll find out some other stuff over here.
And so would you, just since their tokens are kind of like all spread out and stuff, did you guys want to go ahead and loot the gnolls that were in this chamber?
Oh, yes. Let's go. We all return to this chamber.
Thoroughly search them.
Fully loot the gnolls, and we check their buttholes.
Thoroughly.
One moment. How many did you kill? 6?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Haha.
57 pieces of silver and 58 pieces of copper.
They really didn't get very much.
No, they didn't.
Who wants to take it?
I have too much gold on me. One of you guys take.
Jacina can take it because she has no silver or copper, so it's really easy to type it in. I don't have to add anything. 57 silver, 58 copper.
Be right back real quick. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, as long make sure you write them down in silver and copper, and then that's all. So.
57 silver, 58 copper, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, since we're doing a bathroom breaks, even though we're literally about to end, I'll be right back.
That's fine. I'm noting it on here, but Toddy, your disguise self is worn off now. It's been about
Okay.
it's been about an hour since you guys entered the dungeon, which is when you casted it.
But I'm sorry, I like that clip. It won't be that funny because you don't know and nobody knows the characters or anything. But it reminded me of that scene because they're explaining how the game diplomats work. That if both sides are unsatisfied, then it's a compromise. Both sides were definitely unsatisfied.
So, since we're talking about like this D&D stuff, and it's like we're talking about like different strategies, and I do this and they do that, and what if they do this and stuff. It reminds me of the conversation that I was talking about before the stream started, just about how, you know, me and Deanna were doing that other role playing with that person that we know. You know, like hypothetical situations about like future combats coming up. And I was just like, wow, it's funny how, because it's very similar, you know, almost like she's a DM, you know, because it's like, what if we do this? Well, this could happen, but that could happen. Okay, what if we do this? And it's like, okay, now we decided on our strategy, and now we're just gonna we paid our gold pieces, and now we're gonna roll the d20.
Exactly.
See what happens.
Nice.
I guess we're waiting on Will to get back, and then we'll pretty much we can pretty much wrap up.
Isn't that a song? Will
But
come back.
Nick,
Baby, come
you
back.
do need to watch it. There's one point where they're like dressed up cosplayish, playing a Ferengi sold version of Klingon D&D.
Send me a link because I tried something and didn't get anything. I'll just leave it at that. It was just like, let's just say if I was gardening, the seeds would be very low. And if I was in the swamp, the leeches would also be very low. And if I was surfing, the torrent would be very weak.
The flow was not very torrential.
Not very. Well, since you're talking... Oh, good. They're back. I was just about to talk about, because you said torrential flow, there's this Simpsons group that me and Deanna are in, and this admin chick made a meme about how she hasn't had her period in a while, and most of the people were like, haha, you're pregnant. But then one guy was like, ew, periods are gross. Why are you talking about that? And within not very long, the group became all period posting all the time. And for the past week, it has just been nothing but, and I must say, pretty high quality period memes. Yeah, there's actually quite a few Simpsons things that you can turn into period stuff. And the guys just kind of got like really quiet, and it's just nonsense. And then they're like, "Are we really gonna just keep doing period posting forever?" And they're like, "As long as you keep complaining about it, we're just gonna keep doing it."
There you go. By the way, I sent you a link.
Thank you.
That's what I've been watching stuff on it. It's pretty reliable. You just have to it does the whole new tab every now and again.
Yeah.
I've gotten faster at Control 4 than I'd care to admit.
Yeah, I figured out
Control
my tab
F4.
closer, so from me it's Control W.
I am very tired.
Yes, so we're wrapping up. You guys went ahead and looted the Knolls. I'm assuming we probably don't want to explore anymore. Would you like to at least explore the room the Knolls were in?
Nah, let's do that next time, and that way we can start off with some cool loot.
Yes, and also very tired.
Okay. So yeah, sounds good. So you've unlocked more and more places to go. You've got this way, these two doors, this way, and this way.
Not this way.
And not that way, exactly. So you got plenty of options for next time. You successfully defeated the Knolls, and if everyone would go ahead and write down 180 experience.
Woohoo!
Elmo did take a split of the XP, Krell did not, even though he bonked one of them on the head with the rock.
What you said 180?
Yes.
It cut out again. All I heard was 180.
Sorry.
I assume that's XP. But...
I'm sorry. I forget that I have to actually hold my button down, so I was talking a bunch. 180 XP, 180 XP each. Elmo did get a split of that. Krell did not, even though he bogged one of them with his rock. That wasn't enough to count as a full experience.
Great. That's not bad, because for 4 of us, that we only would have gotten 180 divided by 4. What is that? 180 divided by 4. 45. So, yeah, he's not leeching that much XP from us. So, Pantok is at 1238, and Jacina is at 1278.
All right. And then I believe if we're not doing any other exploration or revelation, then I believe that's it, and we can go ahead and end. I'm going to clean up the table a little bit, and then I'll save and close the thing.
Okay, cool. Kara and Toddy, did you guys write down your XP?
Yep.
Cool. Then I'm going to log off.
All right, awesome. Then thanks for playing. Everyone have a good night. I will see you presumably next week, and I'll talk to you then. Thanks for playing.
Bye-bye.
Next
Bye,
Tuesday
guys.
should be good. I just want to comment that I'm really glad that we did decide to attack the Gnolls, because otherwise it's very, very likely that we would have barreled straight into the boss room. Based on the direction where the boss room is, that's probably what would have happened. And
you might have been able to you might be able to take them on. Who knows? You might have. You guys were getting a lot of high rolls that time. You might have been able to do the same thing in the boss room.
Yeah, but knowing what's coming will give us a much better chance.
Yeah.
And we got the drop on the Gnolls, and we pretty much dropped the first 3 like really quick.
We really got the drop on them.
Yeah, that's what strategizing does.
Yeah. We did use up some spells, but we barely took any damage, so we don't have to do much of any healing, really, and so we can probably still clear out the rest of the dungeon. So, okay, all right, I'm ending the stream now. Thanks, guys. Good night.